let's start streaming. I think the streaminating has begun. Streaminating has begun. Yep, it has. Alright. Let's see. Let's make sure I can hear things. And actually, I should probably... Let's unpin this for convenience. And actually, yeah, hop back probably between these two. Let's turn on the trick queue. And then let's advertise. It takes me a few minutes anyway, so I think this is fine. This is fine. Okay. Welcome in, Gibson Lens. How are you doing today? Welcome. How do you do? I'm running later than I wanted, but, you know, such is life. Welcome in, Charlie's Beats. How's it going? Bert's doing well. Excellent. Good to hear. Hopefully you had a glorious weekend. And Charlie, how was your weekend? Hopefully you're doing well also. Don't mind me, I'm just advertising at the moment, so. I was thinking, I wish there was an easier way to do this, and then I realized that I'd probably be seen as a bot, or I would probably have to enlist the help of a bot to do it. So I'm not sure how that would pan out. Not sure if you guys know of anything. I was feeling a mild case of vertigo earlier in the day, but fortunately it didn't get worse. Oh, well that's good that it didn't get worse. My apologies. That is terrible. Hopefully it's just a sign of, you know, dehydration or being tired or something and not something more serious, but yeah. Eric Toaster says, am a bot, can confirm. All right. If you are a biological bot, does that count? A biobot? I mean, we could argue that we are all biobots, right? To an extent. By the way, welcome in, Eric Toaster. How's it going? How are you doing, Eric Toaster? Hopefully you are doing well this weekend. Don't mind me, I'm just currently advertising. If anybody wants to peruse the trick list, it is currently open, so feel free to get your requests in. Hello, welcome in, RoxYGen03YT. How are you? Welcome in. Don't mind me, I'm just currently advertising. I will introduce myself in a second, because you are here for the first time, it looks like, or at least chatting for the first time. But okay, I think I am done advertising. But hello, yeah. Hi, my name is Nam, also known as Crazy Asian with 3 N's on Twitch, and I am a sleight of hand magician. So I am an enthusiast. I just do it for fun. It's my hobby. It's been a hobby for like the last 3 years, almost 4 years probably, but I've co-opted a StreamerSonglist to allow people to request tricks. So if you're familiar with musicians on Twitch and use their StreamerSonglist to request tricks, you can request songs, you can request tricks here instead. So my song list has just magic tricks, and then there's one that's not magic. So, but if anybody wants to see it, feel free to click this. That's awesome. Glad you're sharing your passion with us. Oh, yes. So full disclosure, when I first started learning how to perform magic, I wanted to start performing for other people, and then the pandemic happened, and so I couldn't do that. So I had to come up with other interesting ways to share my urge to perform to other people. And actually, I felt like, hey, awesome, Charlie's Beats, thank you kindly for the resub. I greatly appreciate it. Charlie's Beats, have you signed a card? I don't remember if you've signed a card in the Twitch deck. If you haven't, let me know. We can sign one for you. I don't remember signing one for you. Is my memory serving correctly? But then, anyway, so after I, oh yeah, here, I'll spread the deck out. So, no, because of a technicality. Oh, okay, all right. Well, if you would like to sign one now, let me know. If it's already signed and you want to have your own card, that's fine. I think about 60% of the cards are probably still open. Maybe 50%, I'm not sure, but... okay, Gibson Lens gifted me a sub. Ah, gotcha. Excellent. Cool. Thank you kindly, Gibson Lens, for the initial gift sub. But anyway, this one looked like you subbed, so thank you kindly. And yeah, let me know if you want to sign a card. Let's see. Yeah, so I basically had this urge to perform, so I have a lot of stuff on YouTube, and then I started streaming Twitch earlier this year. So yeah, so I am happy to say I think I've quote-unquote graduated. I told my magic friends that it's like, hey guys, I think I leveled up. I no longer have the urge to perform magic to literally everybody new under the sun. So this helps mitigate that, I think. So, but yeah. And let's see here. And let me see if I'm going to see if we can come up with an opening trick. And then we'll get started. But I have a confession, I did not do any of my homework. So all of the boss tricks, I didn't practice any of them. So if I nail them tonight, awesome. If I don't, no big deal. I think there were 5. One of them is not on the list, so if we hit up any of the other 4, that's okay. But anyway, if anybody wants to give me a follow, give me a subscribe on YouTube. I have a lot of YouTube content, so if you ever want to watch more magic from me, there's a ton out there. And then if anybody wants to know what a boss trick is, because I just alluded to it, let me know. Alright, so anyway, so Charlie, get back to me if you would like to sign a card, otherwise, yeah. Oh, crazy, before I forget again, the 7th time, do you have a public Discord server? Unfortunately, Eric Toaster, I do not, and I haven't had time to even do improvements to the stream that I want, but I'm thinking about creating one, so perhaps, maybe after the holidays. Give me some time. Let's see. Alright, Charlie requested Triumph. Alright, excellent. Alright, you'll sign a card, great. So, yeah, thanks for asking, and I'm sorry I currently do not, but if you want to talk to me, I'm in like 30 other streamers Discords, but yeah, if you want to talk magic, I think I talk the most magic in InfoZars, but that would imply that you're a magician because I am basically only paying attention to the magician-only ones there. So anyway. Okay, do you want to select a card, Charlie, or do you just want to randomly pick a card and see if it's not selected? And actually, we'll tell you what, your selected card we can use as your selection for Triumph. How's that? That'll be good. Got a 7? Ooh, I think all the 7s are signed. Let's see, that one's signed by a Mark Rides, by a Rob Kovacs, by a Scalesers, and an Axeman Rock. Do you want to share, or do you want to have a separate... Oh no! Did you click on one? And then sorry. My mistake. Okay, hold on. We'll do this again. I can't even see some of those. Alright. Rob Kovacs the pianist? Yeah, Rob Kovacs the pianist. Why do you ask, RoxyGen, or RoxyGen. I'm just going to call you RoxyGen. Welcome in, Cloudy Haiku. Hi, it's Sunday night again. Yeah, it is. 5. All right, let's see what 5s we got here. I think most of the 5s are open. So we have 5 of clubs, 5 of hearts, 5 of spades. Yeah, literally all of the 5s are open. So your choice, Charlie. So at the moment, we're just trying to figure out what card we would like to have Charlie sign. So if anybody is not aware, anybody who gives me a sub or gives me the equivalent of 500, basically the equivalent of a sub, like 500 bits or something, you get to sign a card in the Twitch deck. So as you'll see, a bunch of cards are in here. But yeah, so oh, his work on Insane in the Rain album changed my life. Oh yeah, he told us all about that. That was super awesome. So 5 of hearts, excellent. So we'll sign this. But yeah, Rob Kovacs signed this. So yeah, actually Rob Kovacs and his team, his mods, his streamers, and all of his friends kind of helped inspire me more to become a streamer. And so a lot of the people in Rob Kovacs' community actually helped get me more interested in streaming. Actually, if you're not aware, Gibson Lens mod here. Gibson Lens is also a mod for Rob Kovacs. So that is fun fact if you did not know. So all right, so we're going to sign this for Charlie's Beats. All right, 5 of hearts, excellent. And that'll be the selection as well for this trick. Charlie's. I'm going to separate the beats, okay? All right, so thank you kindly for the resub today, Charlie's Beats. We now have a 5 of hearts signed by Charlie's Beats. All right, excellent. Okay, first order of business. All right, let's clear off the heat map things. I'm so glad you posted an Elise. Oh, that's how you found me. Well, thank you kindly. Yeah, I post in a lot. That's kind of what I do at the beginning of my stream. I just kind of advertise to all of the Discords that allow me to self-promote. So, because I'm a relatively small streamer, also nobody else really does what I do. I've only been able to find like 4 other magicians on Twitch. So we're kind of a rare breed. But anyway, okay. So first things first, we're going to welcome in Checking the Gaff Meter. Welcome in Checking the Gaff Meter. Thank you for the highs and the glorious, and all right, Sunday night. So we just had Charlie's Beats make a selection for Triumph, and we're going to be using this for this trick. Now what we're going to do is first we're going to go ahead and insert it into the middle of the deck. And then what I would like to do is we're going to first shuffle. Before we do that, I'll just make sure that you guys know that there's nothing going on here. Go ahead and shuffle. Shuffle. And now we're going to do something really unfathomable. We are going to go ahead and shuffle face up into face down cards. Because, look, face up into face down cards. I know. This is crazy. This is basically something that should not ever happen. And I could tell very interesting stories about how there's people who have done this, and it was just annoying to fix afterwards. But anyway. Eric Toaster says, oh no, this again. Yes, oh no. Hey, welcome in, beautiful meatball. How's it going? Okay. Now we have this gigantic mess here. We've got some cards that are face up, some cards that are face down. And you can see how ridiculous it is, because if I go here, we've got a back to a front. We have a front to a back. We have a back to a back, and then we've got look, checking the gaff meter on the bottom. There you go. Awesome. Now, now you're gonna have to fix them all. Cloudy Haiku, yes, you are correct. So what we're going to do is, I'm actually going to dispense with the shadow today, and I'm going to use this magical device that I have. Today I have a magical pink hair tie. You may remember this from such episodes as last stream, because I was wearing it in my hair to keep it up. I just took a shower and combed it back, so it's down here just in case I need to put it in my hair. But today, right now, I'm going to place it on the deck. And now the pink hairband will be able to do all of the magic for me. My shadow is basically taking a rest. All right, here we go. Would you believe that now the star of the show, the pink hairband, has fixed the entire deck? All the cards are now facing in the same direction? Because if you don't, watch carefully. Actually, I lied. Every card except for one. And can we imagine and guess which one it is? I have a feeling Charlie's Beats probably knows. That's just a guess. That's all right. Here we go, and we're gonna go ahead and do this as slowly and fairly as possible. And if you didn't realize, it's Eric Toaster says the 42 of Kings, the answer to the life, universe, and everything. Nope, it's the 5 of Hearts, signed by Charlie's Beats. There we go. And that, my friends, is a handling and performance of Triumph. All right. Woo. It's good warm up. Good warm up. Thanks for the request, Charlie's Beats, and also thank you kindly for signing a card. And the resub. Appreciate it.
Just blew my mind.
Cloudy Haiku. Thank you kindly for the blowing your mind compliment. All right. So, hey, thank you kindly for the applause. Beautiful meatball. Greatly appreciate it. Yeah, so if anybody is not aware, I did tweak some of the sound alerts. So I think for a lot of the tricks now, we've got some sound alerts that kind of cover everything. So we have the transporter available at 170. We have badumts for dad jokes at 171. And then we have the applause at 100, which we just had. We had the mind blown at 101, and then we have 169, which is the ding for elevator tricks. So there we go. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the applause. Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens, Eric Toaster. That was awesome. Thank you, beautiful meatball. Roxygen, checking the gaff meter for the Doritos. Okay, but why is it that everyone who has magical powers somehow decides to utilize them by manipulating playing cards or coins? Well, Eric Toaster, I don't want to disappoint you, but it's sleight of hand magic. They don't have true magical powers. I don't lie to anybody here. I do tell people I haven't signed any deals with the devil. It's not real sorcery. I just do sleight of hand card magic. That's what I like to do. So I basically just do card tricks. That's pretty much the large majority of what I do. That sounds something like a real sorcerer would say. Well, yes, if you are into social deduction games, that's exactly what a real sorcerer would say. Correct. Yep. Anyway, so if anybody would like to make a request, feel free. Here is my trick list. If you would like to request something and you don't know what to request, feel free to just type an exclamation point random, and that will randomly add a trick to the queue. So there we go. All right, now I'm going to get a few other things. So I didn't really set up for today, so I'm just going to pull out some decks just to get ready, and then we'll... Oh, actually, we do have another request. It is Revolver. This is requested by Roxygen. Let me know if, Roxygen, if I'm pronouncing that correctly, or if I should be pronouncing it something else, or if you prefer to be called like Rox or something. Let me know. Alright, that's the Twitch deck, and then this is that. Okay, and then we can do this. So anyway, hopefully everybody is doing well and having a great weekend thus far. It is near the end of my weekend over here. But, yeah. I've had an up and down week, but I am only working for 8 more days between now and the rest of December for the rest of the year, so I'm a little pumped. I should hopefully be able to get one daytime stream in the 3rd week of December. That's the hope anyway. But otherwise, I'm mostly still streaming. Yeah, I started later tonight than I wanted to, but meh, what can you do? Okay, let's see here. Roxy, Rox, Walter. Okay. All right. Roxy will probably be easier for me. We'll go with Rox or Roxy. Let's see. I'm feeling fantastic. Hope you are all well. Excellent. Yes. I believe a few of us are. I didn't get a chance to talk with everybody that came to chat, but anyway, hopefully everybody's doing well. I have more days of work this month. Oh, you have 10 more days. Okay, yep. That sounds about normal because then you got that's like 2 weeks, and then the rest of the month is off. So that's pretty decent. Nice. Oh, and actually, before I start this next trick, I would like everybody to know I am not having tea tonight. Thank you for the honk. Thank you kindly, greatly appreciated. Let's see, for the honk, you're going to get to see what I'm drinking tonight. So I'm going to be having a beer because I'm feeling like a beer. And today I'm going to be having, and if anybody didn't know, my choice of beers are high ABV level stouts and porters. So today, and honestly, this is my favorite beer, so I'll probably have this a lot is New Holland Dragon's Milk. So that's what we're having. Cracking it open. So thank you kindly for the 100 bits and the honk checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciate it. I'm mostly pouring it now because if I mess up and I can't take a sip immediately, then I'll be able to take a sip after the next drink. I'm sorry, after the next trick. All right. Okay, it's not too bad. I'm going to go ahead and take a sip now. Okay, all right. Honk, doing great. Thank you. Thank you. Okay, thanks for the rec. All right, great. Oh yeah, if you like really dark beers, Dragon's Milk is amazing. If you can find it, yeah, it's also 11% ABV, so you'll probably feel pretty good after one or two. Okay, so we're going to be performing a trick called Revolver. This trick will require 4 cards. We're going to use the ace, the 2, the 3, and the 4 of diamonds. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and show you that this is going to be like a revolver, and each one of the cards is like a bullet. And I'm going to show you that we're going to fire off each one of those bullets by showing you that that card turns face down. So if I just go ahead and snap my fingers, actually, you know what? Let's do this thematically. I'm going to go ahead and put my fingers up and shoot it like a gun. Bang. And with that, we've actually shot the very first bullet. You'll see that the ace is now face down. I know, super interesting, right? But now look, if I go ahead and I bang, that's actually going to go ahead and shoot the 2, and you'll notice that the ace turns itself face back up. And now what we're going to do is shoot the 3. Bang. I want a gun that goes bang in Nam's voice. So funny story, because I have a very distinctive voice and people like it, I actually created, it wasn't quite a soundboard, but I had like 3 or 4 audio effects that I recorded at my last workplace. And during work meetings, somebody might be presenting, and if somebody else had audio on, they might be like, play the Nam audio clip. And I was like, that's awesome. So, but anyway, so we just shot 2, right? So now we're going to shoot 3, or I just shot 3. Bang. And I'll show you now that the 4 is the one that is now face up. Sorry, the 3 is now face down. Now we're going to go ahead and shoot the 4. Bang. And look, we've got the 1, the 2. Nope, that's not what I did. Okay, here we go. Bang. Okay. We've got the 1, the 2. I just realized I've messed this up a little bit, but I should be able to recover. So here's the 3. And what we're going to need to do now is show you that the ace, 2, and the 3, whoops, So everything's face up. I did not actually shoot the 4 correctly, I think. Hold on. Bang. Okay. So we have the ace, the 4, the 2, the 3, and now that's face down. Okay, excellent. So now I'm going to go ahead and turn this over and show you that the 4 is here. Okay. Now, there is something that I do want to show you. What color do you guys think the back of all of these cards were? Because if I show you, I think a lot of people would say red, right? But if I go ahead and I flip the packet over, would it be weird if... Hold on, wait. Yeah, red. That's bizarre. Because I thought it should be changed because that's part of the trick. Okay. Here, this is what we're going to do. We will change them to blue now. You know what? This is where I have to pull out the pink hairband. Okay, here's the pink hairband. Okay, pink hairband's going to do all the work for me. All right, pink hairband, do all the work. Maybe the alcohol is already getting to me, but this is time for another swig. Oh, and somebody heat mapped over here. Let me just grab that really quick. There we go. I'll eat that. Okay. But now, the headband, or the hairband, should have done its work, because if I show you now, look, it's blue, but actually 1, 2, 3, 4 cards are all blue. And if I show you and I spread them out, they're all blue, and I turn them all face up, they're actually the 4 cards. There we go. So I needed the hairband to save me there. So there we go. Good job, hairband. I'm so glad I brought you down here. All right. Let's see. So yeah, Cloudy Haiku says red. All right. Great guess. They were red. And then after the hairband, oh wait, transparent. Sorry, they were not transparent. That would be really tough. I do have card. I mean, you guys know I have clear cards. But yeah, blue. So Roxy says blue. What? What the? All right. And Cloudy Haiku says, good job, hairband. I agree. Good job, hairband. Thank you kindly for the applause. Checking the gaff meter. Gibson Lens. Roxy, checking the gaff meter. What the? And Roxy says, that's wild. Eric Toaster, this is what beer does to you, people. One sip and you start shooting wildly in all directions and missing your targets. Yeah, I know, right? And thank you for kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats. Excellent. Thank you kindly. Thank you kindly. All right. Okay, let's get ready for the next trick, which is called Aria. Okay, normally this trick you will use the aces, but because Charlie's Beats has signed a card, and today, we will be using the 5s. So let's use the 5s. Okay, that's awesome. Thank you. Well, you're welcome. Thanks for coming in and following. Feel free to make anybody in chat, if anybody would like to make a request after this trick, the queue is open. So there we are. Oh, also before I proceed, I'm just going to take a quick peek and see what my boss tricks are, just to make sure that I am aware of what they are. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, all right. Awesome. Okay. Eric Toaster asks or says, I wonder how many decks of cards are hidden in that shirt's front pocket. Great question. Maybe it'll be a secret for later. Quick peek. Oh yeah, the eyes are perfect for that. Okay. All right. So right now we are prepped to perform aria. So normally we do this with aces or maybe a face card or something, but today we're going to be using the fives because Charlie's Beats has requested and has signed a card. So we will go ahead and use Charlie's Beats. Now I bet it's at least 12 decks. Hey, welcome in, Beezits. How are you? Yeah, happy December. Welcome in. Hopefully you are doing well. How was your weekend thus far, Beezits? Okay, so for all of these, what we're going to do is let's turn down all of the fives. So we're going to turn down all the fives. I'm going to use this hand, keep this hand far away. I mean, will it be suspicious if I actually place this hand really close to my pocket where all the other 12 decks are? Okay, so and then what we're going to do is we're going to be placing 3 cards onto each one of the aces. Hold on, let's make sure. 3, right? And then 3. Okay. And I'm just going to go ahead and grab these heat maps here. Okay, there we go. Now, let's see. First things first, I'm going to go ahead and... oh, yeah. I'm like, wait, that's not an ace. Oh, okay, it's a 5. We're doing the trick with the 5s. Okay, that's a 5. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place this 5 into the middle of these cards and then place this packet somewhere in the middle. So that 5 is now lost. Grab this 5, place it somewhere in this packet, and we're going to place that somewhere closer to the bottom, like so. And then we're going to grab that 5, stick it in the middle of that packet, place this somewhere closer to the top. So now all of the 5s are gone and missing except for this one. And what we'll do here is I'm just going to go ahead and do one thing. 1, 2, 3. Would you now believe that all of the 5s have collected up here in the top of the deck? And there's no duplicate 5s. And actually, that was the Charlie's Beats hearts. So that is the one that had the power to pull out all of the 5s from the rest of the deck. And that, my friends, is aria with 5s. It messed me up a little bit because I'm like, I wanted to say aces, and I almost got confused at the beginning of that trick. I'm like, this is not an ace. I'm like, wait, did I do something wrong? No, we're doing the 5s. That's fine. So, yeah, so I need to break away from how I perform a trick like in a preconceived way. So this is good. This is good for that. All right. Oh, excellent. Thank you for the request, Cloudy Haiku. All right, so thank you for requesting aria Charlie's Beats. Thank you kindly. He made those vanish. Yes, I made the heat maps vanish, and then I ate them. That's how I dispose of them. Thank you kindly for the emotes, Charlie's Beats, and thank you for the claps, Cloudy Haiku, Charlie's Beats, Rocks, and Eric Toaster. Thank you kindly. Appreciate it. All right. So let's see. What do the heat map markers taste like? Oh, nitrogen. If that means anything to you, awesome. If not, nitrogen. I thought they tasted like chicken. Oh, well, maybe the heat maps on the West Coast taste different, because mine aren't really that special. From a programmer's perspective, I'd say they probably taste like static, but my primitive brain says chicken. Oh my god. Why is everybody thinking it tastes like chicken? Not everything, unless Everybody thinks it tastes like this bland meat that isn't like that great or anything. I was going to guess pretzels. All right, that's so I'm actually not a fan of like crunchy pretzels. I like salty snacks, but I'd prefer like soft pretzels. But I love potato chips. Like that's my go-to snack. What does nitrogen taste like? Oh, I don't know. That's air. Just okay. I may regret doing this, but look, if you just open up your mouth right around you and just let the air come into your mouth, maybe just lick it a little bit. That's what it tastes like. That's what nitrogen tastes like. My apologies if there's any children in the audience. Pair well with beer? Oh heck yeah. Yep, nitrogen in beer. If you didn't know, there's actually a bunch of beers that are infused with, instead of carbon dioxide, nitrogen. And also, nitrogen is also used to keep things fresh, like potato chips and things like that. So, nitrogen tastes like burnt toast then. Okay, I mean, is that not carbon? Is that not what the carbon tastes like? Anyway, Gibson Lens. I had a teacher named Mr. Wetzel. Mr. Wetzel, who likes pretzels. And then, wait a second, OMG, I gotta check on the toaster. When you say the toaster, like yourself, or like you actually put something in the toaster and then forgot there was something there. Okay, alright. Oh, we have a request for Cloudy Haiku. Alright, let's do this. First things first, I'm going to need some helpers, and then I'm going to need a card selected. So, Cloudy Haiku, if you're there, feel free to select a card. I'm going to pull out 4 helpers. Normally I do this with kings, so I'm just going to go ahead and use the 4 kings as my helpers. But feel free to name or pick a card, or I know I'm going to be moving some cards around, but if if heat map is more convenient, that's also fine. Actually, let me turn on the heat map before I commit to that. All right, heat map's now on. Okay. All right, I have my 4 helpers, and then we've got a click out in the middle of nowhere. I'm assuming that is not the selection. Okay, let's see here. Okay, Cloudy Haiku, do you want anything else, or are you okay with Beautiful Meatball selection of 4 of hearts? What hierarchical rank is Nam in to? Have the kings as servants? Here's a snack. Oh, there's the snack. Gotcha. Thank you kindly checking the gaff meter. Yes, he lets us play Magic in his classroom during lunch. Oh, excellent. That's cool. Mr. Wetzel sounds like an interesting fella. Okay, all right. So, sure, that's fine. Okay, all right. Unless this was Cloudy Haiku's selection. If it was the queen, then we'll use the 4 because I'd like it to contrast with face cards. It's a lot less confusing. Well, I could potentially use the fact that they're face cards to help mislead you. So the fact that this is different is easier. All right, 4 is good. Cool. All right. Okay. Oh no, these are so far apart. I'm just gonna have to swipe my hand really fast. Okay, here we go. Nope, missed. Okay. Ready? Okay. All right, first things first. We have the 4 kings. They're going to be our helpers here. And what we're going to do is try and use the 4 of hearts to show you how interesting and I do have a problem with this trick, and that I know Kung Fu doesn't really describe it so well. It's a really cool name. I love that. But, okay. So that's the situation we're in. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and flip over each one of the kings here. And then what I'm going to do is place the 4 of hearts there just for a second. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place the 2 black kings over here. Now I'm going to take the 2 red kings and let's go ahead and place them over here. So we have our 1, 2, 3, and we've got our 2 kings. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab the 4. So I'm going to go ahead and grab the 4 invisibly. And would you believe it, now there's just 2 red kings over here, and I've placed the red 4 in between the 2 black kings. Is that wild or what? That's okay. It's not over. Now that you understand what's going on, we'll do the trick again one more time. So here, I'll separate the 4 just so you can easily follow it. And what we're going to do now is, once again, I'll start off, I'll flip over the 2 red kings. But this time I'll keep the 2 black kings face up. So that's what we're going to do there. And then what I would like to show you is that it's still there, 4. Okay. Go ahead and place the 4 instead of placing it separately. I'm going to sandwich it deliberately in between the 2 kings, like so. And then I'll take the 2 red kings. And once again, I'm going to go ahead and grab the spirit of the 2 red kings and place them in here, and then grab the 4 and place it over here. Because now, if I just put my hands together and I show you, those 2 cards have now become 1 card. This is only 1 card, and this 1 card is the 4 of hearts. Now you're probably wondering, wait, there's only 1 card here. And to that I say, yeah, you're right. Because look, if I show you, we have our 2 black kings. But if I just pull on this card just for a second, there's actually 2 cards in here, and they are the 2 red kings. And that, my friends, is I know Kung Fu. Hello, welcome in, Supernatural Writer. How are you doing? Let's see. I believe right now, since I just cleared the queue, it'll be a good time for some shout-outs. But thank you for the claps, everybody. Thank you for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens. Let's see. Let's go ahead and give a shout-out to Charlie's Beats. Let's go ahead and give a shout-out to Supernatural Writer. And, of course, my mod, Gibson Lens. As I misspelled Gibson. Okay, so first things first. Charlie's Beats, music, video games. So definitely give Charlie a follow. Let's see. Supernatural Writer does Pomodoro productivity streams and also works out. So please give Supernatural Writer a follow. Gibson Lens, pianist, also plays like a bunch of VGM, esoteric music, popular music, oftentimes Disney lately as well. Also Deep Space Nine. All right, sorry, I just had to throw that in there because I know that a bunch of people in here like Star Trek, but has a lot of originals, so feel free to check Gibson Lens out. Also, if I missed anybody or if I don't know somebody is a streamer that is here, please let me know. Let's give you a shout out as well. Oh yeah, Charlie's Beats can totally attest that yeah, Gibson Lens can play Phantom of the Opera on pipe organ. Yeah, Gibson Lens plays the Deep Space Nine main theme. But it was very popular at his last gig. I can say that. Hey, thank you kindly for the transporter. Checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciate it. Oh, that's cool. Awesome. And yeah, and also oftentimes you'll probably see me over there because I mod over there. So okay. Oh, Charlie's Beats is requesting Triumph Squared. Charlie, you are now requesting a trick that's in a similar family to the first trick that you requested. I don't know if that is deliberate, but it seems pretty deliberate to me. Okay. Let's go ahead and begin. First things first, we have a deck. I'm going to have to split it into about 2 equal parts. So let's split it up like so. They're pretty close. They don't have to be perfect. All right. In this first deck, I'm going to need a selection. So let me just enable heat map. And the first card that has a bunch of heat maps on it, that will be the selection. And it doesn't matter that I know what it is. All right. Okay, anybody want to outvote this? Go ahead and put heat maps on there. Uh-oh, we got 2 competing ones. We've got this one and this one. Nope, not that one. And then these 2. Okay, all right. I'm just gonna narrow it down to these 3. All right, out of these 3, move your heat maps to the one that you want. Okay, just by virtue of everybody's sticking to the guns. Okay, we need a tiebreaker. Next one that I see, that will be the selection. Okay. It looks like this one will be the selection. So, okay. So our selection for this half of the pack is going to be Queen of Clubs. So please remember the Queen of Clubs. Actually, it probably doesn't matter too much because I'm going to go ahead and leave it in the packet, like facing up. So, yeah, so the packet is going to be face down with the face up Queen of Clubs in there. And now what I'm going to need to do is a similar process for this packet. So everybody go ahead and place your heat maps on one of these cards, and this will be the selection for this packet. And we'll get that turned face up. So hopefully somebody remembers Queen of Clubs for the first one. And I saw this one move, so... Oh, I saw this one move as well. Uh-oh. Oh, God. Okay, any tiebreakers? Oh, okay, it looks like there's 2 on, like, this guy right here. Okay, so this will be... yeah, that one. So this will be the selection here. Okay, we got 4 on this one. Okay, and somebody remember the 10 of clubs. Okay. Okay, now what we're going to do is do something interesting. Now, anybody who has seen a Triumph routine before, these are the types of routines in which you're shuffling half of the deck face up into face down. And so, once again, this is what we're going to do. Shuffling face up into face down. And you can see that there's no funny business. I'm actually going to be pushing them in together right now at the moment. It's clean, right? Okay. Oh God, hate when he does this. Oh, anyway, I'm glad that everybody has decided to put all of their heat maps over here because I'm just going to go ahead and eat all of them. So here we are. Let's go ahead and just cut a couple of times there. And one more time. Yeah, that was a really big snack. There's like 6 heat maps there. Okay. Now, once again, I'm going to need the help of my lovely and beautiful pink hairband. So, pink hairband. Here, I'm going to place you around Chris M. Yee. There you go. And we'll give the pink hairband a second to do its work while I take a swig. To wash down that big old snack. And now, believe it or not, I think the pink hairband has done its work. Good job, pink hairband. You're doing so good. So now if I were to spread the deck, I think every card should now be facing in the same direction. With the exception of... 1 card? 2 cards. 2 cards. You can see this one here, and then this one is probably a little bit hidden. You can see that one there. 2 cards face down. What were our 2 cards? I believe the one was the 10 of clubs. And then the other one was the, oh man, my memory eludes me. Is that the Queen of Clubs? Cloudy Haku's on, okay, Cloudy Haku is confirmed for me, Queen of Clubs. Alright, so if I go ahead and let's just push that one forward there. Push this one forward. Believe it or not, this should be our Queen of Clubs and 10 of Clubs. Yeah, Charlie's Beats is on it too. Queen of Clubs, 10 of Clubs. Thank you kindly. And that, my friends, is Triumph Squared. So there's a slightly different version of the Triumph routine because there's 2 cards that are face down instead of 1. Hey, welcome in, Chan the Magic Man. How are you doing tonight? Hopefully you've had a good weekend so far. Thank you kindly for the claps. Charlie's Beats, Cloudy Haiku, Eric Toaster, Gibson Lens. Thank you very much. Thank you kindly for the applause, Chan. And thank you kindly for the Doritos checking the gaff meter. Greatly appreciate it. And Beautiful Meatball says, hey Chan, how's it going? Thank you for shouting out Chan the Magic Man. So if anybody is unaware, Chan is one of the few magicians on Twitch, so feel free to give Chan a follow. And Gibson Lens, you found the Chan command. Okay, so Chan, I made you a command. There you go. That's so Chan is normally streaming Magic on Monday nights, so feel free to give him a follow. And relatively new streaming Magic. He's streamed retro games. So if you're also into retro games, you can watch you can watch Chan on other nights. But anyway, that was Triumph Squared. Thank you kindly for the request, Charlie's Beats. And everybody, the trick queue is open, so feel free to take a look at the trick list and feel free to make a request. And if you would like to request, but you don't know what to request, just type in !random in the chat, and I'll randomly put one in the queue for you. Oh, Charlie's Beats has decided to redeem clear plastic cards. Oh man. Okay, there are some tricks in which I don't think this will work, but a bunch of them I think they can. So if it's possible, we'll do it for the next one, and if not, I may delay it until we get one that we can. But Eric Toaster says, I'd make a hydrogen joke, but there probably wouldn't be a reaction. That was great. Oh man. Already we're getting use out of this. Oh yeah, so if anybody is not aware of the clear deck, so if anybody's not aware, I have a bunch of channel point redeems. If you want to use your cards drawn, I can perform a bunch of the sleight of hand magic with various different types of cards. So Charlie's Beats just requested that I use clear cards, which are these. Actually, might be easier to see them here. So like we have this, and they are clear in between. So that's kind of what these look like. But obviously, as you can imagine, that might make some sleight of hand stuff a little bit tougher, if not impossible, so it kind of depends on the trick. If you want to be really safe about it, a lot of the tricks that have the impromptu tag are probably okay. But otherwise, I can try and do magic with Magic the Gathering cards, plastic cards that are not clear, Uno cards, tarot cards. I've got like 3 tarot decks. Super Size Me is just bigger cards. And then I have some smaller decks, but I can almost do no tricks with them. So they're just kind of more for show. But, oh, Chan the Magic Man says, these are perfect for the invisible palm. You're not wrong. Charlie's Beats has requested Dr. Daly's last trick. All right. He just explained everything. Full transparency. Hold on, wait. Why am I doing that? I don't have to do that anymore. That's Man, I'm gonna love this sound effect. Okay, these cards are crazy. Those are epic. All right, cool. So we're going to need 4 cards. And normally we'll do this with the aces. Admittedly, we can just use any, but just to not mess with my pattern, we're going to go ahead and just use the aces. And I'll even set up for this in front of camera. So actually, I was wondering, Charlie, are you requesting this because you've seen this before and you're like, hey, maybe there's a chance I can figure this out if the cards are clear? Is that it? Because I just realized that that is a potential loophole for some other tricks. I think this one would be okay, but I don't remember this one. Okay, great. So I have the 4 aces here. And what we're going to do is I'm going to go ahead and place the ace of spades down here. And then I'm going to go ahead and place the ace of clubs here. And now my question is, where is the ace of spades? If anybody has heat map, feel free to try and click to predict where you think the ace of spades currently is. Intuitively, it should be here. You think I'm a magician. Maybe you think it's there, or here, or there. But I think a lot of people would say it's here. But don't let that affect your choice. Also, heat maps are anonymous, so you don't have to worry about getting embarrassed or anything, or being fooled, because, I mean, if you want to confess in chat, that's up to you. I don't tell you how to live your life. Okay. All right. We'll get... I love whoever clicked over here thinks it's actually back in the deck. Oh man, you know what? That would be a really cool effect. I could probably come up with a way to do that. That's not this trick, but oh, okay. Oh, somebody's all right. Excellent. Let's see here. Eric Toaster says, cards are truly amazing. Unfortunately, the last Christmas I got a deck of sticky cards. I found it hard to deal with. Oh my god, yeah, sticky cards, completely unable to be dealt with. So, all right. Hopefully everybody has gotten their heat maps in. Now, a lot of people think that it is this one. So we'll start there. So if you thought that the ace of spades was here, intuitively that's where it should be. It is not. Because the ace of hearts is here. And actually, if you recall, I put the ace of clubs here. Clubs, but actually both of the red aces are over here. So somebody is correct, because there's one on each one of these. So now a lot of people thought that the spades would have been on the bottom here. So maybe whoever placed this one would have thought that it was on the bottom here. But if I flip that one over, it's actually the club, because the ace of spades, whoever clicked here was correct. So that one person wins Dr. Daly's last trick. So sometimes I do a 2-phase routine with that, depending on how I feel, and/or just to switch it up, because sometimes people think, oh, I swear I'm not doing anything, and then I actually do the trick, or I swear I'm not doing anything, and then people second guess themselves and think I'm doing the magic thing, but I didn't actually do anything. So that makes it fun. For me. I don't know about you guys. Makes it fun for me. Let's see. Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens. Thank you kindly for the applause. Chan the Magic Man. Chan, are you aware of how to perform Dr. Daly's last trick? I am curious to know if you know this one. Thank you kindly for the claps. Eric Toaster, Charlie's Beats. Greatly appreciated. I was about to type in a different command. I'm familiar with this one. Excellent. Good. All right. Whew. Okay, hopefully, and that should have worked out for the clear plastic cards redeem as well. So hopefully you guys enjoyed looking at those. I'll do a while I have the clear cards out. I can do a quick one. Actually, let's see. I just want to see if this is going to work because I don't know how good it's going to look just in general. Okay, so I have two cards here. We've got Ace of Clubs and Queen of Diamonds. So if I go ahead and place the Queen of Diamonds over here, and I do this. Oh, this is not going to work well. Okay, all right, here we go. This is totally going to reveal secrets of magic. Yeah, so I'm actually not going to do it. It has just occurred to me that there is a trick. So hopefully I didn't give the name. I didn't say it, I don't think. So if you requested clear cards with this trick, not the one that I was going to do, I would have to reveal how it's done. As I've just been thinking about it. I'm like, wait, not going to work. Let's see, Eric Toaster says, Nam went to a card magic job interview once and was asked whether he could perform under pressure, to which he replied, no, but I can give Bohemian Rhapsody a shot. Oh, man. That is wonderful. All right. Yeah. Thank you kindly, Eric Toaster. Never mind. Okay. So what I was going to do was perform a thing called a color change. I can do a different color change, but I won't do the color change that I was going to do there. So hopefully this one looks okay. So look, 10 of hearts, and we'll change it to the 8 of clubs. There we go. And then let's see if this one will work. So if I do this, we'll have that. This was what, the 7 of hearts. We'll change that to be an unimpressive 8 of diamonds. There, okay. So yeah, if anybody did not know, there's this thing called a color change. And a color change is basically when you make a card change from one card to another card. How you do that, there's a bunch of different ways, and some of them look cooler than others. But the one I wanted to show you, I'll do with regular cards here for a second. Hang on. Is this one. So if I show you that this is a what? That's a 4 of diamonds. But now if I just flick it, it becomes a joker instead. So that's what I wanted to do. And I'm just going to give you, I'm not going to say the name of this just in case somebody gets snarky and wants to request the clear cards. I may end up having to skip that, but or delay. But okay, anyway, that concludes the clear Dr. Daly's last trick. So the queue is empty again. If anybody would like to request something, feel free. If not, I was starting to get a little bit antsy because I have 5 boss tricks. And so I think you had me in the first half with the clear cards, not gonna lie. Oh, yeah, the clear cards. They are interesting. They're tough to handle. They're extra slippery. They're actually slightly smaller than poker size. Not much, but they are. But anyway, yeah, if nobody requests anything in the next minute or so, I will put one of the boss tricks into the queue, and we'll deal with that because I don't want to carry over 5 boss tricks. So, do boss trick, yes. All right. Let's see here. I'd use them for games. Yeah, the one awesome thing about plastic cards is that they're great for using for games because you could wash them. All right, we have the French twist. And let's see here. Was that one of those? 1, 2, 3, 4. Nope, that was not one of them, but we will do it anyway. Eric Toaster says, okay, here's my theory. The card didn't actually change color at all. Instead, it was overwritten through the use of a 1999 Hewlett DeskJet 812C printer. Ah, in real time. Excellent. Great theory. As I say, I will not confirm nor deny. Oddly specific, that was 1999 though. That's pretty. Actually, if anybody is into anime, has anybody seen the anime Steins Gate? Eric Toaster says the printer simply flew by so fast we didn't see it. Oh, that's awesome. Because one of the things that I loved about the Steins Gate anime was that it's an anime about time travel, and if you love time travel, Gibson Len says, I've played and watched Steins Gate. Oh, yeah, so I haven't finished playing Steins Gate. I actually watched the anime first, and then I started playing the game, and then I didn't finish the game because I'm like, oh, this is so similar so far. But anyway, one of the plot points in there, this doesn't give anything away, is that it refers back to actual forum posts that were posted on the internet a long time ago that references a very specific old computer. And for some reason, they needed this to do their futuristic time travel-y things. If you are aware of the name John Teeter, so this was the person that allegedly time traveled from the future into the past to post on forums. And if you look up John Teeter online, you'll be able to find like the John Teeter archives and just read all of the posts. And it's just like, wow. And so that anime references a lot of these things. So I totally recommend. Okay, all right. We have a request for the French twist from Charlie's Beats. And you know what? I set up with aces, but I'm going to have to change it now because we have to use the fives because Charlie's Beats has signed the fives. Or sorry, one of the fives. 5 of hearts. Okay. All right, let's introduce you to the fives instead of the aces. So we've got the Charlie's Beat signed 5 of hearts, the 5 of clubs, the 5 of diamonds, and the 5 of spades. Now, what we're going to do is we're going to do something interesting with these. So first things first, I would like to explain to you roughly how this trick is going to work because let me just use the Charlie's Beats 5s as an example. So if I go ahead and I hold the 5s, I'm going to hold the packet of 5s. I'm going to give them a little bit of a shake. And then after I give them a little bit of a shake, one of the 5s is going to be face up. Hopefully magically. That's the plan. So look, if I go ahead and I place this back into the pile, and all I have to do is just give this a little bit of a shake. Would you now believe that one of the 5s, in this case the 5 of spades, has turned itself face up? Okay, I'm going to turn that back face down. Okay, now once again, I'm just going to show you that all the cards for 5s are all face down. But now I'm going to give it a shake. And believe it or not, that is going to go ahead and turn up the next 5, in this case the 5 of diamonds. Okay, let's see. Now we're going to have, you'll see that all 4 cards are face down, right? But all I have to do is give it a little bit of a shake. And believe it or not, that's going to go ahead and turn up the 5 of clubs. Now, the final card, in this case, it's going to be the Charlie's Beats 5 of hearts. We had signed it earlier today, and it's super magical, but the magic has been depleted. So I'm just going to have to give it an extra vigorous shake. So hang tight. Okay, I think hopefully that was vigorous enough because hopefully now the Charlie's Beats 5 of hearts has turned itself face up. Now that is just how you use 1, 2, 3, 4 5s and then you shake it vigorously to make one of the aces turn face up. But actually, there's an extension that we can do. I just want to show you right now that, here, I'm going to go ahead and place the aces, sorry, see, that's already messing. I'm going to place the 5s into the middle of the deck, like so. And I'm going to hold the deck and shake it really vigorously. So I was able to just go through a couple of cards to turn a card over before, but now I have to go through like 26 cards on both sides. Well, 20 cards on both sides. So I'm going to shake really hard. Here we go. This would be a good time for Jeopardy music. Alright, I won't make you wait through all the thing. But anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and now spread and show you that we have all the 5s face up in the middle of the deck. And that, my friends, is the French twist. All right, let's see. Eric Toaster says, I think Through the Fire and Flames would be more appropriate for intense card shaking. Oh, okay. I mean, I don't want to get DMCA'd, so. Gibson Lens. Thank you for the applause and claps. Gibson Lens, Eric Toaster, Cloudy Haiku, Charlie's Beats. Thank you kindly. Greatly appreciated. So yes, getting back to Steins Gate. If anybody likes anime and likes time travel, totally recommend Steins Gate. And from what I'm told, there's 2 seasons. I've only seen the first one. But yeah, I feel like there's a lot of anime in which it's good for just the 1 season. Steins Gate could just be that. Also, from what I hear, Sword Art Online. I've seen the first season of Sword Art Online. I loved it. And then I heard that the second season I would not love. So I was like, all right, I'm okay with just stopping. It's okay. It's okay not to finish series. Heroes. First 2 seasons. Then 3rd season, just don't watch the 3rd season. Babylon 5. First 4 seasons. Amazing. 5th, don't watch the 5th season. So anyway, if anybody has watched any of those, hopefully you understand. All right, where was I? Oh yeah, I was debating on a boss trick. So I'm gonna go ahead and prep for one. But if anybody hops in with a request, that's fine too. I'm gonna cough. Hang on. I'm okay. All right, just making sure. I am now unmuted. For anybody who's curious, I'm not sick. I've been well decently, so life is good. Okay, we are going to go ahead and request Bluff Ace Assembly, and we are going to go ahead and invoke boss. Alright guys, so first of all, those of you who have been here before know that I use boss tricks as a way to give myself homework to try and improve, so I know what to work on. The problem is, I know what I did wrong on this one last time, and I think I was able to recover, but it was not the best. But it doesn't have to be that I messed up. It's just if I was not 100% satisfied, or even like 98% satisfied with how I did it. So Gibson Len says, late, but I played Steins Gate 0. I remember it being good, but it's been a long time. Oh, okay. I may have to ask you about it later if you remember. If you don't remember, then I guess it's probably irrelevant on whether I ask you or not. Welcome in, Rude Boy. How's it going, Rude Boy? So here we are. Thank you all for being here for this boss trick encounter. So let's go with it. And actually, after this trick, I will explain perhaps how I was misled to be like, oh, I was not satisfied with it last time. Rude Boy said, "Good, bro. You? I'm doing pretty well. Can't complain. Life's pretty good." So, Eric Toaster, commence epic boss fight music. All right. Once again, I don't want to get DMCA'd, but dun 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 dun. All right, I'm not gonna do that piano or that going up and down the scales. But anyway, so also I have to explain what's going on in the trick. FYI, anybody who's a fan of Final Fantasy VII, there you go. I'm a fan of Final Fantasy VII. So it would be impressive if you got muted for this. Oh, that would be hilarious. I would agree. So anyway, first of all, I just put all the aces out, and what we are going to do is I'm going to go ahead and try and get all the aces to jump down here. Now, in order to do that, I'm going to go ahead and set a few cards on each of the piles. So let's go ahead and set 3 cards on each of these piles. Oh my god, if I did get muted, does that mean I have to actually like hum everything? Does that mean Also, it's video game music. I feel like we've had this discussion, and video game music is a little bit safer. All right. Oh yeah, that's right. Oh man, maybe I should have a redeem. Somebody mentioned some songs, and I hum it or something, or I try and semi sing it. Anyway, I'm going to invoke the help. You gotta start composing your own originals. I'm not a musician. I don't play anything. Okay, all right. We're gonna invoke the help of the pink hairband today, as we have used in the previous tricks. So right now, the pink hairband is absorbing that ace, and then going to place that ace down here. And actually, the pink hairband is done with this pile, because if I show you, there's no aces here. And if we look in this pile, well, we knew that the ace of spades is here. That's some other card, that's some other card. But take a look. Ace of diamonds has hopped down here. Pink hairband, there we go. Pink hairband is going to use its powers to suck up that ace. And then it's going to go ahead and place that ace down here in this pile. And if I show you, take a look, we have a card. We knew that the ace of diamonds is there, but it has now brought the ace of clubs down here. Oh yeah, I should probably show you these. And then finally, we've got the last pile. This hairband is losing its power. So let's go ahead and finish this trick up so then the hairband can regenerate MP. Magic points for those of you who have never played a JRPG before. And now if I show you, we've got the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and of course, the ace of spades. Now some people might be thinking, wow, you're using sleight of hand for this trick. And to that I would say, yes, you're right. But look, let me go ahead and place the ace of spades here in this pile. And if you were here, you could place your hand on that pile. Since you're not, I'm just going to go ahead and place the pink hairband. I know, you're suspicious, but currently at 0 MP, still regenerating. And we have our ace of hearts, clubs, and diamond. And I'm going to go ahead and pull that ace of spades out from this pile into this pile. Because we go 1, 2, 3. Did you guys see that? Because if you didn't, if we take a look, I still have the ace of hearts and the ace of diamonds and the ace of clubs, but the ace of spades has now traveled up here. And if I show you here in this pile, we do not have any aces at all. And that, my friends, is bluff ace assembly and successful, satisfactory performance. And I can say we beat the boss. Bam! There we go. We got one. We got one, guys. Thanks. Rude Boy says, "Oh, my diaper is good, but I need a salad." You got to start composing your own originals using your magic powers. You can become a musician. I don't know if that's true. I'm gonna say it's not that easy, but I mean certainly not impossible. I'm sure. Let's see. He has his own theme. Yeah. So last night on Hutch MD's stream, Hutch tried to play the Crazy Asian theme song, which if you guys remember a couple weeks ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, I played the version that Rob Kovacs played. So he took some other song that has the word magic in it, and then like played a couple of measures and basically put lyrics in where it's like magic, he can do anything. And then it's like basically a song about me because he's like, Crazy Asian is a magician here on Twitch doing magic tricks. And I'm like, oh my god, that it's awesome. So you can join a band, a pink hair band. Come on, Eric Toaster. Come on. Whew, sorry, I had to lurk for a sec. Yeah, no problem, Roxy. Totally understandable. So I've kind of had to like wrestle with myself a little bit about like how much attention to give while being on Twitch in streams, and once you make a bunch of friends, you want to like hang out with all of them, but like you only have so much time in a day, and then if you have other life obligations, and it's like really hard, and then you find times you have like 3 or 4 streams open at a time, and it's like I totally get it. Don't worry. I totally understand. You know, real life takes precedence. If you didn't know, Roxy, I had a baby last year. So baby's almost 17 months. So actually, arguably not a baby anymore because walking around. Um, and like, so I had a couple of streams in which I actually stepped away from stream for a while, and I had this. And I would have to explain to people, okay, just please, I may have to leave stream because I have a crying baby. So I had to leave stream for a couple of streams. So it totally happens. Um, but yeah, I appreciate anybody who can be here, who wants to be here, who interacts with stream, who watches the magic, even lurkers. I appreciate lurkers as well. So thanks for being here, everybody. Let's see here. That's amazing. Oh yeah. Ooh, you can do Magic by America. Yep, that one belongs to you now. Okay, all right. Yeah, I didn't know what the original song was. I'd heard the theme before, but yeah. Let's see, anyone have some Rob Kovacs? Oh yeah, yeah. It's just Gibson Lenses got it. Yeah, all of those are socials, but yeah, Rob Kovacs stream is like if we can get a shout out for Rob Kovacs. Um, the stream is awesome. He plays piano. He loves a lot of like video game music, but he also plays a lot of popular songs. He can comfortably do a bunch of mashups of songs that he can play. He can play songs in different moods. Like if he plays a song that is normally happy, he can play it in a sad way. And also, if you really love like that kind, he plays like a bunch of songs in a rapid fire succession if he knows them in a hype train. So hype trains are super awesome. So I totally recommend following Rob Kovacs. So definitely. Charlie's Beats, I know all about that. I believe that it was referencing being in a bunch of streams. So Charlie's Beats is a mod for I think a bunch of streamers, and is in like 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't even know how many streams. Okay. Informal poll. If anybody wants to share, what's the maximum number of streams that you've been in at the same time? So I feel comfortable being in like 2. 3 is where I start to get like and then like I've been in 4 once, but I was like I didn't like that, so I try not to go more than that. But so normally if I'm like hanging out and there's at least a bunch of streamers, I'm in 2. Let's see here. I have usually no less than 3 open. Ooh, Charlie's Beats is always in 3 or more. Let's see here. Nom can do magic. Yeah, and for the record, I can't do anything. If that was the case, I mean, I would be a god, right? At that point, like if I could do anything, that's god level territory there. I mod for, and they usually stream at the same on the same day. Okay, that's crazy. Charlie's Beats, you are a beast. All right. I think I've had 8 Charlie's Beats has had 8 streams open. I could not even fathom having 8 streams open. Oh man. Oh, I forgot. I should probably clear this, huh? Let's see. So yeah, a while ago I was talking about using different browsers. I've found that I really like using Opera GX as my primary browser for watching videos. So mostly for Twitch and YouTube, because it has the native on Windows. It has the native window in window, so I don't have to pop anything out manually. I can just always see one other video screen while there's one main tab with the video that I'm using. So that's been nice. All of the other browsers, it's not built in, so you either have to get like a plugin or you have to manually do some like window juggling or positioning or something. Let's see. I might be lurking in a lot of streams, but I'm usually active in 2 at once. Yeah. Gibson Lens's behavior sounds like what I would do. Cloudy Haiku says, I only watch one at a time. Yeah. I think that's what a lot of people do. Like, I found it difficult to deal with more than one when I first started it. But then after you're like, oh man, I can hang out in these two. Like, I'm not modding in either one of them. It's okay, right? And then I know sometimes in Gibson Lens's case, it's like, I'm modding in this one and then hanging out in this other one. So, Eric Toaster, intense polka music. Hey. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Hey, I've come to talk with you again. I don't know if I'm. What song is that? I don't remember. Roxy says, if it's cool with you, I'll try and extend your reach when I see you post your Twitch alerts. Oh, yeah. The thing is, I'm not really trying to grow my stream. I'm really using my Twitch stream as a way to hang out, keep my magic skills sharp. Maybe if I were to ever lose my job one day and I decided, okay, I'll double down and focus on this. But earlier today, I had a question of if I had a Discord even. I don't have a public Discord that is mine, that is really for my stuff. And I'm thinking about it, but I want to like set it up in a good way. So I'll probably do that. I'm thinking about doing it over the holidays because I have 2 weeks coming up. But yeah, if you read my little baby blurb, I am a relatively new father of a 17-month-old. I have a 40-hour per week job. I also make content on YouTube, and then I'm also doing this, and then all my other life obligations. So it's like, when do I have time to do stuff? But yeah, so but anyway, I greatly appreciate it if you just like let people know about my Twitch stream or my YouTube. That is more than enough. And honestly, hanging out with me, this is why I do this, because I just want to have fun and hang out. So that's really the primary reason. Let's see. Tried 2 yesterday and I have a hard time with more. Oh, checking the gaff meter. Yeah, trying more than one stream. Yeah, if you're not used to it, or if you haven't like figured out a way, that's like a nice going back and forth. Yeah, you can totally do that. Love when Rob plays anything rag style or actual ragtime tunes. Oh man. Okay, going back to Rob Kovacs for a second. He has this amazing ability. Has left and right hand independence. He can play the left hand of one song and the right hand of another song, which is what this ragtime thing is referencing. But like, he's done it so many times, it is crazy. So you guys should totally watch Rob Kovacs. Oh yeah, and Rob Kovacs sings as well. I know that if you follow Gibson Lens, he historically has not really sung that much. Secretly, we're trying to pressure him to sing, but as I tell him, I don't tell people how to live their lives, but if you want to help me in pressuring him, that's fine. Let's see. Checking the gap meter says, lose your job. Don't tell me that. Look, I have a baby, and Twitch does not give me health benefits, so that's currently not acceptable. I guess if I was to be like mass laid off, because I'm a software engineer, so if I get in a mass tech layoff or something, I will probably reconsider and at least definitely be like, okay, I'm gonna stream like 4 times a week. Let's go. I'll probably do other stuff. I don't know if I could do 4 magic streams in a week, but let's see. Man, that's insane. Insane in the Rain. All right. Yeah, Insane in the Rain. By the way, Insane in the Rain is awesome. So totally recommend Insane in the Rain as well. Eric Toaster says, I'm an absolute multitasker when it comes to everything. Watching one stream and then working on neural networks and remaining available on Discord. Awesome. That is so cool. I've thought about getting into not even neural networks or AI, but just like machine learning. So like, it's getting the precursor to that. But yeah, what is it with software engineers and magic? I don't know. I think for the people that I know that are into magic that are also in tech, it's because they love solving the puzzles. So a lot of what my hobby was the last couple of years was like watching a performance of on YouTube and then trying to reverse engineer it, and then that's how I've learned a lot of the tricks that I've learned. So it's not. I'm starting to get to the point now where I'm purchasing some material, but it's like I still do that, and not because it's like I have the money, I could just buy more magic stuff, but like it's the fun in solving the puzzle for me. So oh, no, no, no. I said, lol, 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 lose your job. Oh, okay, okay. All right. Don't actually lose my job. Got it. Okay. I'm not planning on trying to lose my job. People do seem to like to convince music streamers to sing badly on stream. I mean, Bert, it's not about singing badly. It's just trying to get you to do things out of your comfort zone, right? So one of the things that I've tried to do with this stream is that with the boss tricks, I'm drawing attention to the tricks that I don't do well, but I've been trying to also add new tricks. So it's not like been the same static 50 tricks that I started with initially. So I've been adding them, and they're newer. So like if I mess one up, it's okay because I'm trying to use this as like a way to push myself out of like my comfort zone of doing the same tricks that I already know how to do, right? And in which case I wouldn't ever get any boss tricks, right? So that's kind of like the motivation. Let's see. Eric Toaster, I'm currently trying to combine evolutionary algorithms with neural networks. So essentially machine learning plus AI. Wow, that sounds crazy. Yeah. I would just like to get into the machine learning a little bit. But anyway, Eric Toaster, if you are there, I would like to know what languages you use for that, because I've heard that a lot of machine learning and AI uses Python, and I was wondering what the reasoning was for that. If you know. If you don't know, that's fine. You don't have to answer. Let's see, checking the gaff meter. I don't see any vulnerability in your industry. Yeah, there's still people hiring in software engineering, so it's like honestly, if my company got hit by a meteor and I got laid off tomorrow, then like I would probably still be able to find a job quickly. But I like my company; like they treat us well, so I don't plan on leaving. See, except for the several former Twitter employees flooding the market. Yes. So actually, okay. But before I proceed into this topic, trick queue is empty. If anybody would like to request anything, feel free. Exclamation point TL or exclamation point random if you want to see some magic. Otherwise, we're gonna talk about this because we are having a great conversation right now. So yeah. So so if anybody didn't know who's not into like the whole tech industry right now, so Twitter, Facebook, Microsoft, a ton of other big tech players have had a lot of layoffs recently in the last like I don't know 3 months or so, and like some of them are probably taking some time off, or some of them are like, oh, okay, I have like a what is it called when they lay you off and they pay you for like another month or two? They may have those, and then it's like, okay, so we expect there to be a bunch of tech people in the market in like a month or two. No, not furlough. It's severance. They give you a severance package. That's it. Sorry, just had to think about it for a second. I think furlough is when they keep you on staff but they don't pay you, knowing that there is not yeah, compensation package. Yeah, and yeah, severance package. So. But yeah. Okay, hold on. Where is? So yeah, we're thinking it's like, oh man, is all these people going to hit in the next month or two? And then it's like, is it going to be like great pickings for like other companies, for especially small companies that don't need like 5,000 software engineers? So like for smaller companies that are like, less than 1,000 people, like if you pick up like 2 or 3 really excellent, talented tech people, it's like that's really good, right? So okay, checking the gap meter. Okay, hold on. Back to ragtime. What's it mean? 2 songs? I think ragtime just means that it is in and Gibson Lens. If you know the answer to this, you might be in a better situation. But you're playing the number of beats in one hand differs from the number of beats in the other hand. So like, I so it's hard like to explain. That's my understanding of it. Let me know if I'm wrong. If anybody's into music and knows music, if that's correct. But yeah. See, that's awesome. For some reason, oh yeah, Rox says that's awesome. For some reason, I like watching people practice their craft and passion. The ones who just do it easily, naturally. Oh, I'll let you know. I did not. I totally did not do this naturally. Totally required a lot of practice, but I was obsessed. I was obsessed with this, with sleight of hand magic for a while. Oh, by the way, I just saw the request from Charlie's Beats to solve a Rubik's Cube. This is not magic, by the way. I just like and know how to solve a Rubik's Cube, so we're just going to scramble it while we're talking, and then I'll solve it. So, but in the interim, let's see. Eric Toaster says Python is best for math. And there's a lot of math in machine learning. Also, there's already a million libraries prepared for machine learning in Python. Okay, see, that's probably what I was looking for to widely use. I'm not conventional, though. I'm using C++ and writing my own libraries. Ooh, wow. Wait, are you writing like the individual like neural nodes that will self-adjust? Is that like basically what you're implementing yourself? Or are you doing like something else with the whole network and you're like using an existing like node implementation already? Let's see. All right. Let's see. Charlie's Beats requested that. That's a polyrhythm. Oh, okay. Nope. Charlie's Beats has schooled me on music because I'm not a musician. The 2-song part is a Rob thing. He'll play one song with the left hand and another song with the right hand. Yeah. Yeah. I don't know what. I guess is just ragtime then a strange time signature? Is that what ragtime typically indicates then? Characterized by syncopated melodic line and regularly accented accompaniment. I never knew. Oh, okay. All right. Interesting. I'm writing my own mapping system. Oh, that's super interesting. Cube time, let's go. Hey, Rob Kovacs, welcome in. We were just talking about you. As it turns out, we've talked a little bit about your hype trains, ragtime, how you mash up songs and things like that. So, and and the fact that your signed card came up once today. Yeah, there we go. Here, we'll show that on screen while we solve the Rubik's Cube. Let's see. Writing an algorithm which constructs a neural network from a chromosome binary sequence outputted by evolutionary algorithm. Wow, that's super interesting. That's so cool. All right, what? Oh, okay, cool. All right, I think I'm caught up with chat. All right, finally. Okay, all right, first things first. Solving a Rubik's Cube, I only know how to solve it in the beginner's method. So first things first, we're going to get the plus sign, and I'm just going to do that. I will forego explaining it because apparently last time I tried to explain it and some people were like, I'm lost anyway, so let's let's just solve the thing. Okay, I got the plus sign already. Now I've got to do the corners. Okay, I have the top solved, and then all of the edges matching with their color in the center on the side. So now I'm going to do the, so that was the first layer, so now the second layer. Oh no, this is the worst thing. I have to do this algorithm twice to get it in the right place. Okay, second layer solved. It wasn't like I was in trouble, but it was just like, oh, I have to be inconvenienced. Okay, so now the third layer, I see a pattern on the bottom, and then there's certain algorithms that I do based on the pattern that I see on the bottom. Now I wait until I get the fish. Here's the fish. Now I just do an algorithm potentially up to 3 times. I said I wasn't going to explain. I just fell into it, I guess. Okay, alright. Not done yet. Okay, I have to swap these 2 corners. And now I have to do a rotation of these 3 center pieces. And done. Okay, and that was solving a Rubik's Cube. Thank you kindly for the request, Charlie's Beat, of the one non-magic thing on my trick list. All right. Let's see. Thank you for the claps, Eric Toaster. Thanks for the so cool, Rob Kovacs. Rob, did you not know that I could solve one, or have you not seen me do it? I guess. I think you probably knew. Thank you kindly for the applause and claps, Rob Kovac. Checking the gaff meter. Thanks for the sound alert. And Gibson Lens, thank you for the claps. I have, but still cool. Oh, yeah, awesome. Yeah. There we go. I have not forgotten. And there was no, I didn't get any shortcuts that time, so I went through every algorithm that I had to know to solve the damn thing. Okay. All right. Let's see. Rob Kovacs, just want to apologize tagging you in my YouTube videos without ever talking directly to you. DM if you wish to speak to me. Oh. Rob, Roxy Jen apparently has tagged you in YouTube land for some reason. Okay, Eric Toaster. Here's a simple computer algorithm that can solve a cube 100% of the time. Scramble, if not solved, repeat. Eric Toaster is not wrong. That is totally possible. And actually very accurate pseudocode. Let's see. Oxygen. Okay, phew. Carlos gave me a permission to use the self-titled album, which was truly life-changing for me. I just want to extend my gratitude and love for your brilliant work. Man, Rob, if that's not compliments right there from a genuine fan, there you go. That may have not been following you before finding out what your links were in this stream. There you go. All right, we now have a request in the queue once again. Thank you kindly for requesting Charlie's Beats. Let me prep for a second. Oh, how's that dragon's milk coming? Oh, it's coming. I've had about what I would call 40% of it, because when I poured it, it only came up to like here. So thanks for checking the gaff meter. Oh yeah, that's right. Roxy Jen saw the 7 of Hearts and said, "Rob the pianist," and I'm like, "Yeah, Rob Kovacs the pianist." Did you finish it while I was getting wine? Oh no, I did not finish. I can't shotgun these things because number one, 11%, and then number two, I have a medical condition which kind of incentivizes me not to drink tons of alcohol a lot. So yeah. Okay, and then we have another request as well from checking the gaff meter. We'll do that next. Yeah, better pseudocode for the algorithm. While not solved, scramble. Yep, legit. Ship it. Okay, let's see. Roxygen, yeah, Gibson Lens hooked me up with the full links. Can't wait to see you perform. Yeah, Rob Kovacs performs 3 times a week, so should be plenty of opportunities. Okay, first things first. We have a trick requested by Charlie's Beats, and what we're going to do is we're going to need a card selected. So let me spread these out, and if anybody would like to heat map select, let's say either the first one or the one that has the most votes, we'll go with that one. Let's see, checking the gaff meter says, liking the rim shot more and more. Okay, I think it's this one. So this is the card. That's going to be the selection. Okay. I'll go ahead and grab and eat that heat map. Okay. Normally, I will turn my head and not look at it. Just for today, I'm feeling a little bit more casual about the tricks. Doesn't really matter that I know what it is or not, but let's just go ahead and show you that this is the 8 of hearts. All right, so remember 8 of hearts. Now what we're going to do is we're going to lose this in the middle of the deck. Like so. Cleanly push it in. Not holding any brakes or anything, so couldn't find it if I wanted to using sleight of hand. But as we all know, I've had a special guest that's been coming back trick after trick today, and that is my pink hairband. So I'm going to go ahead and place the pink hairband on the deck to go ahead and do all of its dirty work while I take another swig of dragon's milk. So yesterday I had to figure out what a Boilermaker drink was. I didn't know what it was, but I learned what it was, and it's basically it's a beer cocktail where it's beer mixed with whiskey. So pretty cool. I didn't know. I knew what a bunch of other mixed drink cocktails were, but not that one. So okay, so the pink hairband, I believe, has done its job because some of its pinkness should have infused into a card. So now if I take a look, there's one card that is conspicuously a little bit different. It may appear pink, but I think it's red. It's red, right? That looks red to you? Okay. It looks red to me. So let's go ahead and check this out. So our card was the 8 of hearts, I believe. Rob Kovac says, your card spread is so smooth. I'll let you know. Doing a lot of card tricks requires you to just spread, number one. And number two, good, consistent feeling cards. I can't do that with like cards that don't feel consistent. But anyway, there's our 8 of hearts. So the pink hairband has done its job today. All right, now here's the thing. We should be able to do that again, right? So if I just go ahead and, you know what? Actually, let me go ahead and let me just, okay. Let's have chat pick from, let's say one of these cards. I'm going to go ahead and open up heat map again. Here, pick a card in between here. Okay, so this one. Okay, I saw this one first. We're gonna go with this one. Okay, and that card I will show you is this 6 of hearts. Okay, all right. Everybody's clicking everything all over the place. Great. We're infusing some magic into this. Great, excellent. There's some magic in my hands right here with these two. Yeah, and then this one. We can move this card over there. Okay. All right. We're just going to have this one sit there. Okay, cool. I'm going to lose this into the deck. And now we're going to try and have the pink rubber band, sorry, the pink hairband do that again. You know what? This is the magic charging station now because there's 3 heat maps there. So we're going to leave the deck there just for a second while the pink hairband does its work. Oh, thank you kindly for the one above my head. Appreciate it. And now, if I spread, I believe we should be able to find another card that'll be red. Well, wait. Pink hairband, what are you doing to me? Are you trying to embarrass me in front of all of my friends? Because this is not working out well. Red hairband. Sorry, pink hairband. I saw this, and I was like, oh, red, pink hairband. You know, the pink hairband probably feels really offended now. And probably not doing its job because I called it red. I'm so sorry. So sorry, pink hairband. Oh yeah, I gotta put you back in the Magic charging station. Okay, cool. Excellent. All right. Okay. Fine. Fine. All right. This time, hopefully, just do this trick for me. Okay. Just. All right. I still don't see any red back card. The only red back card that I see. Oh, the red back card that I see is here, and the pink hairband is here. Hold on. What was our new selection? Our first one was the 8 of hearts, and the second one was a heart too, right? The second one is the 6 of hearts. Oh, I swear, this is the 6 of hearts. Oh, all right. Let's everybody give the pink hairband. I'm so sorry I ever doubted the pink hairband. Let's give the pink hairband an applause. Thank you kindly, pink hairband. Card spread challenge using wavy shaped cards. Oh, I would normally say yes to that, except that the wavy spread cards are just paper and are not air cushioned. That would be so terrible. All right, I'll try it. Thank you for the emotes and the claps. Charlie's Beats, Rob Kovacs, nice. Eric Toaster, Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens, and the Doritos, checking the gaff meter. Okay, let's see. We just had a request for not magic, and so this is not magic. And also these cards are stupidly terrible cards. So not sure how well it's going to go, but we're going to try it before we move on to the next one. So we have the wavy crooked cards. And I believe what we had seen earlier was that I had done a wavy spread, right? Like with cards. So I'm going to try and reproduce this, or at least something like this, with these that are just paper, not air cushioned, not smooth, don't glide off of each other or anything. So that's what my normal spreads would look like. Okay. Here we go. Crooked cards spread. I'm going to start with a straightish one. Wonderful. All right, let's try that again. Yep, see, these do not glide off of each other at all. So now let's try and do the wavy one. All right, here we go. Hey yo! I couldn't even do that. I think if I wanted with these, like, just yeah, look at that. That's I can't. It just doesn't. Like I couldn't even if I tried. Hold on. Like if I just press really hard and straight spread, yeah, like it just smears because these slide off of each other so well. And then like this, none of these will slide at all. So it's like it's purely just the friction on the bottom card. It keeps it there. And then I am dragging the rest of them out as a block. All right. Well, there we go. So yeah, if you guys can get me an air cushioned version of one of these, I would love that because that is one. But I tried looking around, and this is the only crooked pack that I can find, and I was hoping they were air cushioned, but they're not. So, oh well. C'est la vie. All right, but good content. Yeah, I'm not gonna lie. If nobody clips that, I'm probably gonna have to clip that later. All right. Let's see. Windows Solitaire spread. Oh, yeah. Wavy spread, I'm winning at Solitaire. Oh, yeah. Boss, not magic. Yeah, that's totally not... It's probably like card handling, which some would argue is like card magic basics, but like, I don't know. The cards, I would say most of the time it doesn't matter what cards you use, but there is like a bare minimum for what the cards have to be able to do some stuff. And it's like, that was not one of them. All right, I'm gonna have to take a swig after that. And then we're going to be performing a trick as requested by checking the gaff meter, which you know that means we're going to be using the checking the gaff meter sign card. So we'll do that. And this trick is called Overture. I can set up for this on camera. I'm mostly disappointed that the box isn't crooked as well, but that'd probably make it pretty hard to remove the cards. I was thinking, so I thought about that as well, Eric Toaster, and I think instead of making it like a top-loading rectangular box, if it was a side-loading box where it slides in from the side and the tops and the bottoms are the straight sides, I think that's how they would have to design that box. But I think it could be done. I quite enjoyed that. Well, I'm glad everybody enjoyed the the attempt at spreading terrible cards. Okay, I just need a pair of cards to contrast with these. What's good? You know what? Charlie's beats signed today, so we'll use the red fives and the black queens. How's that? We'll do that. I bet actual unhinged interior doors would do better at spreading. Probably true. I'm not going to refute that claim. Okay, we have 2 black queens, 2 red fives. If I were to take the 2 red fives, turn them face down, and I'm now going to place the 2 black queens in between the 2 red fives, but they're face up. Something would be interesting here. I'm going to go ahead and count through them. So if I were to reverse count them, you'll see that the pack is still in the same state. There'll be 2 black queens face up in the middle and 2 red fives face down on the outsides. But look, all I have to do is do something afterwards. Like if I hold the pack and I give it a shake, and that shake should have changed everything. Because now, would you believe that the 2 red fives are in the center and face up, and the 2 black queens are on the outside face down? If you don't believe me, here we are. And that, my friends, is an overture. So yeah, this is one of the quick tricks that I like to do when I first just randomly come upon a group of people who are like, I want to show you something quick. Quick enough. Simple enough. And also, like, it uses the same 4 cards, and there's no, like, the cards don't change or anything, so it's like, this is a good one to, like, start off with, or maybe be, like, the second one, but it's not like the, like, there's some tricks that you don't want to do after other tricks because they're a lot less impressive. It's like, man, I just saw you, like, blow up the world, and now you're doing a card trick, kind of thing. So it's like, But anyway, thank you for the claps. Eric Toaster, checking the gaff meter for the Doritos. Charlie's Beats, Skips and Lens. And thank you kindly for clipping that. I was thinking I need to copy it and save it for later, but then I realized I can just see all my clips later, so thank you kindly. I'm okay. You know what? That requires me to take a swig. How's that? Do something quick. Commences card magic speed run. Could you imagine cards would fly everywhere? Yeah. Actually, when you first start learning card magic, if you are not picking up cards on the regular, you're probably not really practicing card magic, or at least not hard enough. Let's see. Snap, change, transpo. Okay. Alright, this will be good. Okay, here we are. You know what? This is requested by Charlie's Beats, so let's use Charlie's Beats signed 5 of hearts and checking the gaff meter, Queen of Spades. So if I leave the checking the gaff meter Queen of Spades here, And I hold up these cards. If some people have been paying attention, this is the trick I do not want people to use the clear card redeem on. But look, if I go ahead and I just snap, that'll change the 5 to the queen. And if I go ahead and I show you, this is actually the Charlie's Beats 5 of hearts. And that, my friends, is the snap change transposition. Let's see. I was a little not happy with that, but I don't think that is long and big enough to be a boss trick. So you know what? I'm going to break a rule of magic. And we're going to do that again. Thank you for the claps, Gibson Lens. Alright, so once again, Charlie's Beats, 5 of hearts, checking the gaff meter, queen. We'll leave the queen here. And then we've got Charlie's Beats, 5 of hearts. And if I go ahead and, you know what, let me just grab the pink hair tie. Maybe it'll make sure that is absolutely perfect this time. Okay. And now we're going to go ahead and show you that. There we go. Boom. Done. Okay. We'll call that one satisfactory. Oh yes, excellent. Thank you for the heat map. Thank you kindly for the claps, Gibson Lens. Did I just say thank you kindly for the heat map? Or did thank you kindly for the claps? In my mind, I think I said claps. But what did I verbally say? I know sometimes that I mix up words. My excuse is that I'm Asian. That's my excuse. I'm sticking to it. Alright. Eric Toaster says both. Charlie's lol. And Rock says, nah. You said both, I'm pretty sure. Okay. Charlie's speech requested Devil's Elevator. Ah, great pick. Great pick. Let's see here. Have we not? Yeah, we haven't hit any of those yet. Oh, I did do one boss trick. Let me strike through one of these here. Okay. Alright, Charlie's Beats has requested the Devil's Elevator. Taking a swig. Alright, we are about 2/3 of the way done through the beer. Okay, just banana dance, haha. Okay, first things first. I'm going to be grabbing the 6s and 9s in one suit, and then the 2 through 5 in another suit, preferably in a different color. So let's see. Let's grab diamonds here. And then we'll grab the 6s and 9s in black. And let's see, if anybody would like to use the sound alerts ding for this trick when we need to, you are more than welcome. Okay, so first things first. We have the black 6s and 9s, and then the 2 through 5 of diamonds. And you guys saw me take them out of the deck, so legitimately this is all I use for this trick. I use the 6s and 9s not just because of the memes, but partially because of the memes. But at certain angles, because it's called the Devil's Elevator, this could look like 666. So that's the reasoning. Okay, and then we have the 5, 4, 3, 2 of diamonds over here. Now, what I'm going to do is we're going to leave all of the black 6s and 9s over here. And then what we're going to do is I'm going to leave the 5 here, the 4 here, the 3 here, and then I'm going to place the 2 directly on top of the 6s and 9s. You'll probably see why, if you have not seen this trick, why I use the 2, 3, and 4, just so you guys can remember. So the 2 is going to go in the second level of hell. Now, these cards, if you didn't realize, represent the various different levels of hell. This one being the top one, which is technically the easiest to escape from hell from. The second one, the third one, the fourth one, and the fifth one. Now, if you didn't realize, hell isn't just a place. It is a business, and with all businesses, there's a maintenance elevator. This is the devil's elevator. So if we take the 2 and we place it in the second level of hell, you're pretty much doomed unless you come across the devil's elevator. And when you come across the devil's elevator, you'll see that there's 2 elevator buttons, down and up. And if we go ahead and we have the 2, press the get in to the elevator, very important, press up, and ding. If you don't say ding, or in this case hear the ding sound effect, the elevator won't work. But we got this one covered by Charlie's Beats this time, so thank you kindly, Charlie. And the 2 has actually hopped up to the top. I know, super weird, right? But look, we'll do it again, but let's say you're in the third, you partied really hard at some age, and now you're in the third level of hell. Alright, so now if I go ahead and we close that up, the 3 found its way to the devil's elevator. You see the up and down elevator buttons, and the 3 is going to press the up elevator button. Ding! Anybody want to use a sound alert? We'll give you a second. While I take a swig. I'll keep this in view, so you don't think I'm doing anything. I just realized I passed the mug directly in front. Gibson Lens has used the ding. Excellent. But the 3 has actually... Oh, wait. Yeah, the 3 has actually hopped up to the top. Now, some people believe that I'm maybe using some sleight of hand, but no, these are the same 4 black spot cards that are the 6s and 9s that we've been using the whole time. If I grab the 4 and I place it into the 4th level of hell, 1st, 2nd, 3rd, and 4th, if I close this up, 4 approaches, and they want to do press the elevator button up. Ding! We'll give you a second. I'll take another swig. This is actually a good time to just chill and relax. Like, excellent. Thank you kindly, Charlie's Beats, for the ding. And if I flip this over, you'll see that this is indeed the 4. You know, to be fair, you are deeper in hell, so it's like it takes longer for the elevator to reach the top, you know? So that conceptually makes sense. Some people believe that I have had more than 5 levels of hell, because you might have heard of, like, you know, the various levels of hell, and there's more than 5. But if I go ahead and I place this cleanly on the 5 of diamonds, I close that up. And once again, the 5 finds the elevator, and they are going to go ahead and press the elevator up button to try and come up. I'm a long ways from excellent. Charlie's Beats has played the ding, and if I show you, we have the 5 on the top, and we have had the same 4 black spot cards the entire time. And that, my friends, is the Devil's Elevator. Thank you very much for the request and all of the dings, Charlie's Beats, and for the ding, Gibson Lens. Thank you kindly. Greatly appreciate it. Eric Toaster says, I've been there. Level 372 of hell is where they force people to write code in Java. Oh, I want to avoid that really bad. I also want to avoid JavaScript. Thank you kindly for the claps. Eric Toaster, Charlie's Beats, Gibson Lens. Thank you kindly. Okay, so I've got this idea in my head that it might be almost about time for another boss trick. So let me see if I can prep one here. But in the interim, does anybody have a favorite suit of cards? Because I didn't think I ever used to. And then after handling cards a lot now, recently, I think I've decided that, yes, I now have a favorite suit. I won't say what it is quite yet. I'll let other people answer. I don't want people to be affected by my answer, even though it's purely subjective in what you prefer or have as a preference. But I just realized I have to double check the setup for this because I don't want to mess up a boss trick again. But we're going to be performing the, let's see, and this is a boss trick. Now, honestly, I didn't mess this up too badly last time, but I was just like, I should probably figure out how to do this. Oh, yeah, so I thought he said soup too. Okay, checking the gap feature says I'm kind of partial to spades. Don't know why. I don't know. I mean, there's only 4 suits, so you know, it's like, do you like vanilla, chocolate, or strawberry, or mint? Like, there's very small like choices here. Let's see, Gibson lens. I don't have a preference. Eric Toaster. I don't really eat soup, so I don't have a favorite. Okay. I thought he said soup too. Okay. Card suits. Okay, my favorite diamonds because the only one that doesn't have any curved lines by default. It's just slightly diagonally elongated squares. Yeah, or a rhombus, right? Even though the standard diamond design is slightly not straight, but yeah. So let me just consult my notes. If anybody didn't know, I have a magic spreadsheet. And at the moment, because I'm not really used to drinking much anymore, I'm feeling a little bit of bubbly in my head. It's not quite at the I'm buzzed yet, but I know it is slightly there. Okay, I know what I did. My mistake last time here was I had drawn out one too many cards, and I needed one less card. So this time, I just won't get too many cards. End of story. There we go. Okay. It's a quadrilateral of which all sides are equal in length. Yeah, isn't that what a rhombus is? Oh, wait, no. Because the rhombus will have 2 parallel sides. My mistake! My apologies. You'll have to excuse me. My fault. Did I do exclamation point boss? Yes, we did. Okay, cool. So this is a boss trick, everybody. Okay. No, you're right. Okay. Cool. Okay, so this trick is called the Restless Lady. We have the 6 of spades, the 7 of spades, the 8 of spades, the 9 of spades, and the Queen of diamonds. This is great because I didn't have to think about it. I just chose the suits that we talked about in chat. Okay, so look, the Queen of diamonds really wants to hang out with all of the spades. So even if we try and take the Queen of diamonds away, you'll see that the Queen of diamonds will find a way to get back into hanging out with the spades. I know, super crazy, right? Now, look, what we're going to do is, once again, we're going to try and remove the Queen of spades from all of the diamonds. Let's see. This also means a square is technically a rhombus. Oh no. All right, hold on. Somebody look up the definition of rhombus for me. I don't want to be misled. I know what a rhombus should look like, but anyway, so look. But if we give the Queen of Diamonds a chance to come and hang out with all the spades, the Queen of Diamonds is going to find a way and take that opportunity to do so. There's that Queen of Diamonds. What? So now look, if I go ahead and I take the Queen of Diamonds out, and I show you that the Queen of Diamonds is not here. But if I go ahead and we go ahead and give the Queen of Diamonds a chance to hang out with these spades, Queen of Diamonds will hop right back. I know, super strange. That's okay. If we take the Queen of Diamonds away, here is the final spade. But if I just go ahead and I show you that the Queen of Diamonds wants to be the center of attention, the Queen of Diamonds will find a way to always be there. Oh, okay. I taught geometry in a previous life, so I was worried at the moment I had too much wine. We're on the same page, no worries. Okay, cool. Awesome. Rhombus is defined as a quadrilateral in which all sides are equal in length, and direct constant also means opposing sides are parallel. Okay. That also means to squares technically. Okay, cool. Our understanding is correct. All right, great. Excellent. All right, now for the restless lady. The restless lady can be seen everywhere, but when all of the spades leave and decide to not hang out with the Queen of Diamonds anymore, the Queen of Diamonds is seen trying to find everybody everywhere. But it appears as though you can't see any of the other spades because the Queen of Diamonds gets there first and ends up being able to, just push everybody else's attention out of the way. But look, if we go ahead and take the Queen of Diamonds out legitimately this time, and if I show you that all of the spades decide to have an intervention and say, hey, Queen of Diamonds, we need you to not be so obnoxious. Stop being the Queen of Diamonds Karen, and you should turn into somebody cool and we'll hang out with you. And the Queen of Diamonds is like, okay, yeah. And I just realized the mistake that I made in this pattern. I don't want to offend anybody checking the gaff meter, but the Queen of Diamonds changes into the Queen of Spades, which is incidentally signed by checking the gaff meter. Whether this was like or anything related to checking the gaff meter's past life, purely coincidental. Please don't sue me. And that, my friends, is the restless lady. Disclaimer, not at all reflective, potentially. Not specifically related to specifically checking the gaff meter. Yeah, checking the gaff meter says who everyone wants to hang out with. Yes, everybody wants to hang out with checking the gaff meter. Right, exactly. So, yeah, excellent. Again, I was always bad about this, but now I'm going to be better about it. Beating the boss! Boom! This is a nice count to see like how many tricks I've quote-unquote either improved upon or was able to like reteach myself. Thank you kindly for the claps. Gibson Lens, Eric Toaster, checking the gaff meter for the Doritos. Nom, 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 nom. I just realized I had my heat map off, but okay, cool. So that was a couple of that was a boss trick. And then let's see. I should probably update the boss trick count. Okay, 3 does not seem as bad as 5 now. Whitherward is this conversation headed? Ahem, who everybody wants to hang. Oh. Full disclosure, I've never met anybody that I have met on Twitch in real life yet. Maybe one day I plan to. I do like conventions, so perhaps TwitchCon is like an appealing thing to me. It was a little bit too soon for me to go this year. Maybe next year, we'll see. Kind of depends on a bunch of other factors. But, you know, I would like to hang out with people. I hang out in some people's Discords. Let's see. Okay, I'm kind of interested in doing a spread test with some other cards. So if nobody has any other requests, that's currently what we're going to do. But feel free to request. The trick queue is open. Exclamation point TL for the trick list, or exclamation point random to randomly put something in the queue. All right, so if anybody has not seen me pull out the mini deck, here is a mini card, and here is a normal size card. And I cannot do a lot of sleights with this. I have tried. It will not look good. But that's how small it is. But these are actually decently designed cards. So I think these have a good chance of spreading well. So let's go ahead and give this a shot. So here we go. The spread. All right, it's not amazing. It's not like smooth like butter. They are also a little bit curved and warped, so I don't know if that's part of the printing manufacturing. Let me actually turn them the other way. Maybe it'll be better. Oh no, they're way worse. So this way is a little bit better. Okay, so the way, for those of you who are unaware of how cards are cut, so normally when cards are cut out of the paper, the blade will either come down on one direction or on the other direction. And basically there is, most people don't care. Even most people who handle cards probably don't care. But there's this one Sleight that really cares which direction, and honestly it doesn't matter which side, but the magician wants to know which direction the blade was cut from, the card was cut in, so that they can perform the Sleight in the correct way, whether you have to hold the cards face down or face up. And these cards were cut, so I can feel that it's sharper on the face of the card, and you might even be able to see like the curvature, but like that's the natural way. So I'm pretty sure that these were cut from the back with the blade coming down this way. But because of that, because it's sharper on the bottom, I think that's why. So like as I spread, that extra sharp edge, whether it's on the bottom or the inside, you know, like here, is actually gripping onto the bottom of the mat. But if I actually try and spread this way, there's nothing to grip because everything's caved upwards, and so nothing happens. So it's basically not possible. You know, shuffling face up into face down? How about the next we shuffle small cards into standard cards? Oh my god. Biteth thy tongue. Okay, I can riffle these. Okay, here we go. I'm going to take half of these. And then we're going to take half of these. Alright, here we go. We're going to shuffle half small cards into half normal sized cards. Okay. Alright, well, I pushed them in. They're in there. I may need to remove them now. It feels really weird. It's like super, where they're all clustered, it's like super firm, and then it's, so I can squeeze these, and then this is like not compressible. You can even see, like, alright. Let me get all those out. Oh no, this might be more difficult than I thought. Oh no, there's still some small cards in there. Okay. Nope, there's still some. Okay, not bad. We got most of them. Okay, I think. Nope, there's one more. That one. Okay, now we're clear. I think. If there's a small card in one of these, I'm just. Well done, Eric Toaster. You win. If there's a small card in this deck right now, you win. You win my share of the internet. FYI, I don't have any shares of the internet. Yeah, P.S. You can't buy any shares of the internet. Okay, next we have the thin deck. So it's just half the size of one of these. And once again, we will see. Now these are made out of plastic and have that air cushion and are extra smooth and sleek. I'm pretty sure I've actually spread these on stream before, so these spread very well. Like, you can't spread them too much because then they're off the card, but so this works out fine, and probably both sides. And actually I cannot tell whether these were cut or, because they're plastic, they could just be molded like this, so they could probably just be made identical, I'm assuming. I don't know why you wouldn't, I guess. Okay, here we go. This begs the question. I'm going to take half of these. My apologies, checking the gaff meter. But nobody's requested anything, so I'm currently under no pressure to perform the next trick. We're going to be shuffling half normal cards and half cards into each other. We're going to go over there. And once again, I can push these in like so. Which, by the way, if anybody is lurking or hasn't interacted with stream or is checking the gaff meter, just says hold me. Okay. I'm holding you. Nope, nope, nope. Okay, alright. Okay. Gibson Lens gives checking the gaff meter a hug. Alright, once again, super firm, and then over here it's very, how should I say, compressible. Alright, we'll take these out. My apologies, checking the gaff meter. Checking the gaff meter, you are welcome to request a trick to, stop the madness. Or if nothing else, delay the madness, if I was going to do this anyway. But okay. If there's a mini card in there, we can blame Eric Toaster. But if there's a half card in there, we'll blame me. This time it was my idea. Next, thin into small, I'll restrain. No looking away. I will, I'm just going to say no. Okay, yeah, I think this is clean at the moment. Okay. Whew, alright. I'm flatlining. Boop. 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 Next, you'll say toothpicks in mine eyelids. Hi, friends. Hello, welcome in, Savinius. If you literally just got here, you missed like a couple of minutes of just literally pure shenanigans, I would say. So, but anyway, welcome in everybody. If you just came in, or if you've been lurking, you want to interact with stream, or you just want to see some more magic, feel free to request some. Exclamation point TL for the trick list, or exclamation point random, as I just saw checking the gaff meter just did, to put a trick randomly into the queue. So we have a request for hallucination. This has been a boss trick several times in the past, and to be fair, I felt like it's one of my earlier tricks that I learned and really liked a lot, and I've messed it up probably more than once. So right now I'm planning on not messing it up. That's the plan. Is it going to happen that way? I don't know. That's why I practice. So here we go. Hallucination as requested by checking the gaff meter. Savinia says, dang! That's alright. The VOD will be there, I'm sure. Checking the gaff meter says, anything, please. Anything besides that. Alright, okay, cool. The other thing you could bring up is, there's some redeems that I think are talking redeems or something. So that could always interrupt as well. Let's see. Alright, cool. I'll check the VODs for the shenanigans. Yeah, I'll just sum it up for you, Savinius. I have mini cards and skinny cards. So mini cards, skinny cards. And we basically shuffle these into regular cards. We shuffle these into regular cards. We did not shuffle them into each other. But if you want to see that, or honestly, you would watch it, I think, for checking the gaff meter's reactions, because that's what I took out of it. Anyway, okay, we have the Queen of Spades, the Queen of Diamonds, the Queen of Clubs, and the queen of hearts. Now, what we'd like to do with these queens is that, yeah, Savinia says, that is out there. We need a scandalous shuffling redeem. You know, that's not a bad idea. We could do that. I hope it doesn't go crazy, but okay. So we've got the queens, and what we're going to do with these 1, 2, 3, 4 queens is that I'm going to go ahead and turn 2 of them face up, and 2 of them I will leave face down, like so. So 2 queens face up, 2 queens face down. If I go ahead and I close them up, turn them over, you would expect there to be 2 queens face up, 2 queens face down, right? But look, if I just actually, instead of snapping today, I'm going to go ahead and use the pink hairband, and the pink hairband is going to do all of the magic. And here we go. All of the cards is now face down. I know, super strange, right? As I said, we don't do the same trick twice. We've already broken that rule today, but I'm going to go ahead and break that rule again right now. 2 cards face up, 2 cards face down. You would expect that if I turn them over, that'll be 2 face up, 2 face down. But that's okay. Once the pink hair tie has touched the packet, that's all the time that's needed for the pink hair tie to go ahead and turn all of the cards facing the same direction. I know, super weird. Now there's this other trick called twisting the aces, and we saw a variant of that earlier. I think Charlie's Beats requested French twist, and all we had to do was hold the pack and give it a shake. And that is actually going to turn one of the cards face up. But not only that, it only turns it face up if it's an ace. And so if I show you, here's an ace now. I know, super strange. Now I'm going to hold the pack and give it another shake. And believe it or not, that's also going to turn up another card. But it's only because it turned into an ace. And actually, if I just shake it really vigorously, we're going to get all 4 of our aces. We've got the ace of hearts, the ace of clubs, the ace of diamonds, and the ace of spades. And I can move the hairband out there. And that, my friends, is hallucination. Now, some people are wondering where all of the queens are. And some people believe that the queens are on the top, and other people believe that the queens are on the bottom. But no, the queens are actually lost in the middle of the deck. And thank you kindly for the transporter effect, checking the gaff meter. And we have the 4 queens right there. There we are. Checking the gaff meter, transported from my hands, I guess, to the deck. And that, my friends, is hallucination. Or a transporter accident waiting to happen. That is out there. Excellent. So if it's an ace, turn algorithm. Yeah. Let's see. Eric Toaster, if you're curious about my tech stack, I'm mostly working in .NET, C#, and SQL Server. That's mostly the Microsoft stack. So, thank you kindly for the reactions. Checking the gaff meter says, would you look at that? There they are. There they are, yeah. Thank you kindly for the Doritos and the claps. Checking the gaff meter. Gibson Lens. Eric Toaster. True Fork. All right. Let's see here. How long have I been up? Man, 2.5 hours. Okay. So you're also a fellow Microsoft masochist? I mean, it's kind of what I've grown to know. I will refrain from saying know and love, but it's what I have grown to know. But yeah, that's basically generally what I work in, and most of my past jobs have involved. I guess I just realized I can't end stream before I finish the beer, right? So we have at least this much stream left. So it's not a lot. But let's go ahead and make... Oh, I'm an idiot. Wait, what the hell? Oh, yeah. Oh, last is actually a command. Okay. Did I make this, or was I just thinking? Yeah, last call. All right, last call for tricks. If anybody would like to request anything, last call, and then I will once again choose one for the final trick. Now I know why your username's crazy. I'm in the same boat. Yeah, yeah, for sure. I think there's a lot of reasons why people call me crazy. My wife calls me crazy because she's married to me. That's so I just do things that are unexpected all the time. My friends used to call me crazy because I had a lot of really weird, um, I guess, philosophies of life that I applied. That, for example, back in college, I had a crazy time. I went dumpster diving, which, by the way, some of those dumpster diving expeditions went very well. Um, I used to have this philosophy about trying to meet women, and you'll have to understand this was like the early 2000s, and I don't want anybody to be offended, but my tagline philosophies for me trying to meet women. The first one is they have to fit through doors. So these were criteria for a first date. Fit through doors. I don't want to offend anybody who does not fit through doors, but fitting through doors. Second one, eyebrows. Not one, not none. Eyebrows. I guess conceptually, if they had three eyebrows, like that's okay. That fits the bill. But eyebrow does not fit. No eyebrows also does not fit. Yeah, the eyes, right. Third criteria, not blitheringly stupid. And then somebody snarkily once asked me, "Hey, if they don't fit through doors this way, but they fit through doors this other way, then I'm like, well, at least I know that they're not blitheringly stupid." So I'm like, okay, perfect, first date, let's go. Yeah, so I went on a lot of first dates when I was like in college. Um, a lot fewer second dates, and I don't necessarily want to come off that I was like desperate, but it was just kind of like that was like my primary goal, I guess, in college. And so I said these things because it was super funny, even though they were probably true. I probably had more stricter standards than that, but I had a lot of first dates, and it was fun. And I got a lot of experience. And honestly, when it didn't make it to second date, I'd learned and realized that it wasn't like, it wasn't always like me not liking them or them not liking me. It was a mix of both, right? Like, or like it was a mutual understanding. Like, oh yeah, this would never work. And honestly, I stayed friends with a lot of those girls. So yeah, yeah. I added the blitheringly stupid to give it the extra humor punch. Like, um, so yeah. Let's see here. All right. Yeah, it's not. Oh, hey, welcome in, Sagabra. How's it going? It's not the first. It's not the 1st of December. No, no, but this is the first December stream that I am having. Also, hi. Yes, welcome in. Yeah. I'm not willing to date anyone stupid enough to date me. Oh, okay. I mean, there's all sorts of strange criteria that you can have, but that sounds like a logical and how should I say, a paradox? I don't know. Anyway, checking the gap here says just not blitheringly. Lol. Yeah, nice qualifier. Yeah, yeah. Um, but anyway, everything ended up okay. I met a girl. I did hit on her using my philosophy of. I tried to find out. So another thing that I was known for in college with my college friends was I'd find out if a girl was single in the first 5 questions. And so sometimes it was in the first 5 minutes, sometimes it was first 20 minutes, but it's generally pretty quickly. Um, most of the time would go over generally well. Sometimes it did not, but most of the time it was fine. The key to dating is to not do it and write code instead. Eric Toaster, I have a joke that I think you and maybe Gibson Lens would get because I think Gibson Lens, I know Gibson Lens is a software developer, but he said I'm also in the same boat with the Microsoft stack. But what does a SQL Server admin do on a Friday night? They select get date. I was about to do this, but I just realized I can got the sound effect now. Got the sound effect now. There you go. All right. Gibson Lens got the dad joke. Thank you. The key to dating is not to, yeah. There you go. So, Eric Toaster says, an SQL query walks into a bar and joins two tables. Yep, sounds about right. Okay, so we have a request from checking the gaff meter. I'm going to be adding a trick. Oh, what am I feeling? What am I feeling? Should we just do a boss trick for the end? Actually, what are my other boss tricks? Oh, you know what? I have a trick that will hopefully be great. I don't know if I ended with this last time. I might have ended with it last time. Did we end with wildcard last time? Is that what we did? Because I kind of want to end with it again this time. Okay. All right. Okay, barring any sort of conjured, yeah, pun intended, raids, we will close the queue and call it after these two tricks. And if there is a conjured raid, I will sacrifice sleep for it. Let's see here. According to the history, the last trick to last time was McDonald's aces. Oh, thanks for looking at the history. Yes, that's right. Okay, I remember. And also that was when I added McDonald's aces to the list. So I was like, I'm going to add this to the list and do it. And then, yeah, that's right. Thank you. Thank you for looking at that. Yeah, okay, so I remember last time I did wildcard, but it was both. Yeah, FYI, if I also mess up my last trick, I'm going to not have that be my last trick. So I guess if you're hoping for more magic, conjure a raid or hope that I mess up that trick. Then this one is, man, checking the gaff meter, Hitchcock aces is difficult. There's a chance that this may become a boss trick. So I'll say A, good pick. B, it forces a lot. Oh, I just realized I have to drink half of this to ensure that we end the stream appropriately with me finishing that off. Okay, hold on. And this was requested by checking the gaff meter. Okay, all right. Hold on, I'm going to slightly tweak this. Hopefully it doesn't mess me up. It should hopefully be okay though. Okay. Eric Toaster says, didn't lick the beverage this time. Nope. Learned my lesson the first time. I'm not gonna lie. You guys are a riot. This is why I love streaming. I would love to do it more, but that's why I love streaming. Okay, here we go. We have Hitchcock aces. And I wonder why I put this on the list, because it's like, it's tough to do and it requires a lot of slides. But you know what? When I do it successfully, if I do it successfully, a positive attitude. When I do it successfully, that means I'm becoming a better magician. So, okay, so we have the four aces, and what we have here is the ace of clubs, ace of hearts, ace of spades, and ace of diamonds. Now, the ace of spades is usually considered the leader ace, and the leader ace is where we're going to collect all of the aces to, because the aces are trying to assemble here. So, let's see. Now, I have to remember what is next. Because sometimes when I do ace assembly, sometimes it's placing a few cards here, sometimes it's placing a few cards there, sometimes it's, it's hard to remember. So for this one, I don't place any cards down yet. I'm going to go ahead and place this 4 of spades here on top of the ace of spades. Then we're going to place 3 random cards over here. And what I'm going to do is invoke the power of the pink hairband at this point. Look, there's touching. They're creating a circuit between that pile and the ace pile. And now if I show you, what has happened is that there's no aces here in this pile. And that 4 of spades has actually jumped up there because now that ace has hopped down here. I know, super strange. Now look, we have 7 of spades. If I go ahead and place that here and place a few other cards there. Now, what we're going to do is connect it with the pink hairband, which has, admittedly, the pink hairband has been the magician all day. I've just been like a stooge. I've been like the puppet, right? So, if the ace of spades is the one that's the most ornate, often ridiculously so, from card magic over software engineering all the way to building hardware circuits. Ace of spades. Yep. Truth. Look, we've got no aces here, and actually that 7 of spades that we saw earlier is here. It's swapped places with this ace. Now, some people believe that, the aces might not have ever been separated in the first place, but I just want you to see that this indeed is the ace of diamonds, right? And now here's the thing. I'm going to promise you that all of the aces are together at the end of the trick. But what I do want to do is I'm going to go ahead and place this ace face down. I'll leave these 3 aces here. And then what we're going to do is I'll place a few other cards over here now. And we're going to go ahead and do our flip. So that's totally not an ace, but we'll place it there. And once again, we will use our pink hairband. Oh, I've got a heat map. Hold on. Here we go. Delicious. And with that magic replenishment, I did say that all of the aces would be together at the end of this trick, but I didn't necessarily say that they would be here because we have the 4 queens here led by checking the gaff meter. And you're probably wondering where all the aces are. Well, all the aces are here. And that, my friends, is Hitchcock aces. I forgot to do... Oh, wait. Was that a boss trick? No, that was not a boss trick. It was not. Okay. Sorry. I was thinking it was a boss trick. It had been a boss trick in the past. It just wasn't currently. So. All right. Aries 4443. 4444. No, I said one too many fours. Sorry. Aries 4443. Welcome in. How's it going? You joined at near the end of stream. So that was the second to last trick, and then wild card will be the last trick. Thank you for the claps, Eric Toaster, Gibson Lens, and the Doritos checking the gaff meter. So full disclosure, I love Doritos. I don't buy them often because I am opposed to the ingredients that are used in them. But when I do purchase them or I see them at a party, I like to eat them still. So that is the stance that I am in on that. So, okay. And that was Hitchcock Aces. Don't Doritos. Yeah, that's the unfortunate part. So if anybody is opposed to MSG for whatever reason, and full disclosure, if you're opposed to MSG for health reasons, it's the wrong reason. Because for the most part, it doesn't affect most people. I guess the only people that may have a claim to MSG negatively affecting them are the people who may get headaches from MSG. that's probably fine. Everybody else, your reasoning will have to be very specific. So you're a Horito, Diamond Club. Welcome in, and yeah, maybe that could be the case. Yeah. So the reason why I oppose MSG is that it makes you think that you taste the food differently than it actually tastes. Because when you taste what MSG is, which is like free glutamates, it stands for monosodium glutamate. It makes you think everything tastes delicious and savory. But if you mix just MSG, by the way, you can buy MSG at the grocery store. So if you mix MSG with just tortilla chips, it's going to taste like Doritos. It might not have like all the flavor nuances of like Cool Ranch and like the cheesy flavor, but like it will totally be like, oh, this is what Doritos taste like. That's the thing. But MSG has all sorts of different names. So if you guys are familiar with like things such as autolyzed yeast, autolyzed torula yeast, yeast extract. All of these things are just different names for various forms of MSG. So heads up. Anyway, so I oppose it because I don't like... So the way that it works is that it basically fools your nervous system in your tongue to think that it tastes good versus actually tasting good the way that your taste buds would actually think that they taste good. So that's the only difference. But anyway, that's the reason why I oppose it, because it's like I'd rather just taste my food and be like, that's good, versus I'm being fooled into thinking it's tasting good because of MSG. So yeah, that's it. But vote with your wallets. Do what you want. I mean, so you're a Horito. Yes, I don't like MSG because it fills up the namespace. They also should put it, separate class. I don't mind MSG, but they had to overdo it on snacks. Yeah, like processed snacks. Like, I love sour cream and onion chips, and basically every single flavor. There's very few flavors of sour cream and onion chips that don't use a variant of MSG. Yeah, like disodium intonate, disodium guanylate are also two of the ones. But anyway, Aries4443 says it's a toxin. Is it a toxin? I think it doesn't really affect most people. But I mean, I don't know. I guess don't go inhale don't go inhaling MSG. All right. My apologies for going on that diatribe of MSG. How the hell did we get on this on this discussion? Oh, it's Doritos. All right, yeah. There we are. So why am I not mixing MSG with arugula or something? Yeah. Okay. All right. MSG should stand for message, according to the Microsoft Win32 API convention, not for monosodium glutamate. Get out of here, monosodium glutamate. Yeah, that is the case. Okay, so this trick is called wildcard. Oh, actually, before we get into the last trick, assuming I don't mess up. If I do mess up, I'm going to do another trick as the last trick, because I don't want to end on a I messed up trick. Let me just thank everybody for being here. Oh my god, Jinjin TV, welcome in. Jinjin TV, welcome to the last trick. Yeah, if we can give Jinjin TV a shout out, that'd be great. First of all, I would like to thank everybody for being here. I don't normally have a fixed schedule. I don't stream that much. It's usually late on Sunday nights, or at least late on East Coast time. But thank you for being here. Thank you for interacting with stream. If you lurked or if you interacted with stream, thank you very much. Just for being here, I appreciate it. As I say all the time, the magic doesn't happen here, it happens in your minds. Next, thank you kindly for everybody who so I know Checking the Gaff Meter gave me bits, Charlie's Beats resubbed, anybody who's helped support the stream, that's been great. I totally feel more encouraged. I don't actually ever expect to get anything in support. As I said, I'm doing this for fun and I'm enjoying myself. So as long as I am having fun, I plan on just keeping doing it. Also, let's give our mod a great shout out here. Gibson Lens, pianist, plays esoteric, popular VGM music on piano. Also has a lot of originals. Totally recommend. FYI, anybody who is a music streamer, if you would like to play one of Gibson Len's originals, we would like to know about it. And if you would like to join the Expanse Club, that is the largest, or sorry, the most popular Gibson Len's original. So we have the Expanse Club. We have 28 people in it, I think, right now. So 28 other music friends who have played Expanse. That is Gibson Len's original. Let's see. Other than that, thank you for everybody who followed today, and thank you for being here. So, oh wait, hold on. I gotta use the BERT command too, because I threw that in there. It's like, why make a command if I'm not gonna use it? Right. So, all right, cool. So this final trick, if I don't mess up, is called wildcard. If I do mess up, I'm doing another trick. So. Eric Toaster says, thank you, Crazy Asian, for the stream, and the community is awesome, and I'm happy to be part of it. Yes, thank you for being here. Totally appreciate it. Please, Jinjin TV is like, please mess up. All right. Okay. So, full disclosure, on other nights, I would probably be like, oh, yeah, I'm willing to stay, but I have to get up early. So I'm kind of dedicated to a project at work for the next 2 weeks. Honestly, I've been dedicated to it for a little while, but I haven't put in as much effort as I think I should have. So, I'm gonna wake up. I'm going to put in my effort for the next 2 weeks, and then I'm on vacation for the second half of December. So hopefully I'll be able to have some extra time. Maybe I'll do a daytime stream. And if anybody misses any streams, I have my VODs up. I have an old VOD releasing on my YouTube every week, and magic tricks on my YouTube every week as well. So if anybody wants to give me a subscribe on YouTube, feel free. Greatly appreciate it. I'm actually monetized on YouTube as well. So if FYI, if you would just like to help me out, you could just simply subscribe to me on YouTube and then play one of my long magic playlists and just leave it in a tab in the background. That would be... Thanks. Okay. So, all right, we have 9 cards here. 9 cards exemplified by these 9 of spades. That's 2, that's 3, that's 4. Actually, this is not a 9 of spades, but that's 5. And that's 6, 7, 8, and 9. So what we're going to do is we're going to lay out some 9 of spades all over the place. And then we're going to use our Queen of Hearts to do something strange. So with this Queen of Hearts, the Queen of Hearts is so persuasive that the Queen of Hearts can choose to change any of these 9 of spades into a Queen of Hearts. I know. Strange, right? And now if I go ahead and I just look, if I just turn this 9 of spades over, it will actually change this to be a Queen of Hearts as well. I'll just surround this up here. Now we have Queen of Hearts. I know, too fast. Jinjin TV says too fast. Well, look, if I just show you Queen of Hearts here, Queen of Hearts here, finally, Queen of Hearts here. Okay, here we go. This may look like a double-backed Queen of Hearts, but if I show you Queen of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Hearts, Queen of Hearts. Actually, let's do it this way. Queen of Hearts. Face down card, Queen of Hearts. Finally, last one. We have 1 9 of spades. Queen of hearts. Queen of hearts. Queen of hearts. And that, my friends, is the wild card, the Queen of Hearts. And a satisfactory ending. And that was a boss trick. Oh my god. So we ended on a boss today, and I was very happy with that. Beat the boss. Boom! Okay, Jinjin says, too fast! Oh, could you teach me how to steal gold bars from the bank without them knowing? Alright, I know that Jinjin came in a little bit late, so you know what? I might do a bonus trick right now. Even though that was technically the finale, but this could kind of be the encore. So let me prep for that while I catch up on chat. Wait a minute, why? All queens? Yeah. Alternatively, I could start talking about PE format, which Windows executable header structures represented in hexadecimal, which will probably bore everyone into falling asleep. Nam can't end the stream if he's asleep. I guess that is fair, but you wouldn't see me doing anything except falling asleep, I guess, and sleeping. Chin says, too fast! What? Never-ending queens! Chen Gaffney says, good gravy! Great Scott! Chin says, scared. Alright. And that, my friends, is how you cheat at poker. 1000% Eric Toaster. 1000%. Thank you kindly for the emotes and the claps. Jinjin TV, you are a wizard. Gibson Lens. Let's see. Yeah, please tell me, are you a real wizard? Jinjin TV, I don't want to burst your bubble or make you feel bad, but no, I'm not a real wizard, number one. And number two, I do tell people that I did not sign a deal with the devil. I did not use real sorcery or black magic. This is just sleight of hand magic and hopefully good presentation. I would like to think that, you know, because of the reactions you guys give me, this is good presentation. So, and the Doritos checking the gaff meter. And also the reason why I'm more than okay with just doing this one extra trick right here, let me grab this heat map, is that, as I said, I can't end stream until I finish my beer, and I have a little tiny bit left. So I'm now going to finish. And admittedly, this will not be as impressive, I think, as the last trick, but we're going to do it anyway. And because the request was, can you teach me how to rob a bank? And I don't know if I can teach you how to do that, but there's a trick about robbing a bank. So we'll do that one as our encore last trick. So we have 4 jacks here, and these 4 jacks kind of all got together to try and make a plan to rob the bank. So look, we have the jack of spades, the jack of hearts, the jack of clubs, and today our leader is going to be the jack of diamonds. Don't tell the police, I'm learning. Which one's Infozar? I don't know if Infozar has signed a card yet, but anyway, here's all the jacks. So he could theoretically be any one of them, but what I'm going to do is we're going to have this leader jack. So this could be Infozar here. So anyway, if anybody doesn't know, Infozar's name is Jack, so that's why. Yeah, I got the joke. I got it. It's cool. But so this jack is going to tell these other jacks. So this one's going to go ahead and rob the cash registers. This one's going to go ahead and rob the vault and safety deposit boxes. And this one is going to steal all of the cartoon money bags that you see everywhere that are actually, you know, drawn as money bags. And they're going to enter the deck like so. This one's going to watch out for the police, as we said. Now, Jinjin had said, okay, don't tell the police. But look, the police now see this jack, and they're like, whoa, 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 we got to descend on the bank. And because of that, the leader jack, Infozar, we can have Infozar tell everybody, hey, we got to get out of the bank. And so they all run up to the roof of the bank, where there is a helicopter waiting for all of them to escape. And that, my friends, is 4 burglars for Jinjin TV as our encore finale. Oh man, you just unlocked a memory. My dad used to do this trick. I still don't know how it works. Well, that's okay. It's so this was one of the earlier tricks. This one actually does not require any sleights if you do it the slightly easier way. I did add a couple of things to this to make it so Eric T. Toaster, I'm going to let you know another term that we use in magic and magic tricks, especially for card magic. There's a term called convincers. By the way, thank you for the claps and the messages. Gibson Lens and Jinjin TV, thank you kindly. So we're going to do this, and then, convincers. So basically, in magic, there are things that are done not because they are needed for the trick, but because they are used to help convince the audience of things throughout the trick. And so there may or may not be things that were done in that trick that could have been used as additional convincers to help convince you guys of things that may or may not have happened. So I know that's a little vague. I kind of want to keep it a little vague, but you can probably assume that there's a lot of convincers throughout a lot of card magic, and so that is something that is done. But the classical way that you would perform that does not have any of the additional convincers that I used in this trick. So if you end up getting into, magic performance, that might be an interesting tidbit for you. All right, cool. So anyway, I think we're going to call that a stream for today. As I said, thank you everybody for being here. Let's figure out who we want to raid. Let's see. Eric Toaster says, I might actually do that at some point. Yeah, if you love puzzles, that's kind of what drew me into trying to figure out how a lot of card magic works. So let's see. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Somebody that is still on that I was thinking about raiding or hanging out in is still going on. So let's see. Yeah, Eric Toaster, if you get into magic, you let me know, and I can help give you some resources or guide you down whatever you want to do. I can go down the card magic path, but for other stuff, I can help you out initially, but may not be as useful. Thank you for streaming. Always happy to see magic here. Yeah, so Jinjin TV, thanks for coming. Sorry it was at the end, but I do have to go to work tomorrow, so I'm going to end. And yeah, let's raid somebody. So we have a new friend. I mean, I guess we've been friends for a little bit. But new streamer friend, Cashmere Feline. And yeah, Gibson, you got it. So, oh yeah, if anybody would like to copy a raid call. Also, I don't know, you got this. We have a sub raid now, so if you're subscribed, the sub raid will look like that. Yeah, thank you kindly, Gibson Lens. It's not that much different than the other one. I think I want to flesh out all my emotes before I play. But it exists, so at least the high and the glorious and the love. That's all. Yeah. So. Oh yes, official shout out for Gibson Lens. If you haven't followed Gibson Lens, please follow Gibson Lens. Excellent piano player and also excellent mod. So let's give some mod love for Gibson Lens, and then yeah, and we'll see you guys over at. Did I start the raid? I can't tell. Oh, okay, yeah, the raid is underneath the. Yeah. Okay, there we go. So, but yeah, so Cashmere Feline, friend of the Rob Kovacs community and also starting Pomodoro streams. So let's please give her a follow because I think she's very close to 50 followers if she hasn't made it there already, and will probably be affiliate eventually. So anyway, and New Baroque, welcome in. Last minute shout out for New Baroque. Thank you kindly for stopping in, Nick. Greatly appreciate it. Hopefully you got to see some Mad.